All right, hello world, and welcome back to the Dawn Wardens. Where last we left off with people jumping into the world of Hexa Landing. And I think we were in the Meridian where Aaron was left, still waiting for his contact. And we had the rest of the party back in Amara's wagon. Thorag left the Meridian in order to go and tell them about a deal that might have been happening. Not so much a deal, but at least it was presented on the table. And we had met a new friend or foe, maybe, from the mysterious lands of the Saurians. Xerxes had joined the party, or at least invited into the wagon in order to have conversation about what he was doing in Hexa Landing. And I think that's where we're going to actually begin. We're going to go into Amara's mansion, where Amara had also returned, but she was missing a leg, an eye, and part of an arm, which Glyph immediately neared to Amara and teleported her to the chamber where she works, and is currently floating and being re-healed. Cedric and Zul were talking to her and explaining what all had happened, and Ziri was sent off to maybe go read some books at a library or something. Let's jump over to the main floor. Alright. Jump everybody there. Bam. Well, maybe. Did the map change for everybody?
Yes. I'm in the courtyard.
That's strange. What's going on here? There's roll 20. Did it just freeze? Huh. Apparently. It is strange stuff going on here. What the heck is going on with my internet speed? Holy Jesus.
My strawberries, I'm ready.
It's supposed to be a gig of internet, but it for some reason died. Oh, now it's jumped up. What is strange. Some strangeness going on here today. Maybe it's because they're using the other room for photography right now. But anyway. All right. So we're going to start with you guys, since everybody is still kind of gone in the other places. And I'm coming. All right. Anyway, we're gonna enter the scene with you guys still talking to Xerxes here, and I think we last left off with Zul was actually gone. He went over to meet with Amara and them, which leaves us with Naboo, Gillis, Hermes, and Xerxes. I think you were in the middle of trying to still converse as to what was going on and why he was here. I can't remember exactly. You had explained about at least investigations and such. But
yeah, they'd asked 3 questions, and I was kind of cagey about the answers, but I told the truth on all 3 questions.
I guess they were trying to incite and all that. All right. So we're going to leave it off with you guys, since you're about the only ones that are here right now.
Joined. Oh, hey, Reaper.
Hello.
It's the Reaper.
It's the
Dwarf man
Reaper.
black.
All right. We'll say he's
hijack itself. You're all fucked now.
we'll say he's on his way walking from the Meridian toward the carriage, since he would know where the carriage is, since everybody arrived at the same time. But what are you guys doing? Are y'all still conversing? What's happening?
They'd asked 3 questions at this point, so unless someone's going to cut them off again, Xerxes going to look out to the 2 Saurians who should still be present here, and Nobu, and go, I believe it would be my turn to ask some questions.
If you must, ask away.
How did the 2 of you end up? And he will literally gesture the expanse that he's in here.
In the mystical hidey hole?
This carriage, this area of the world. Why are you not home?
Because fuck that place and the tyrannical rule that ran it.
Lilith is rubbing her face. Jesus.
I mean, not to be blunt, but I'm going to be blunt. The place sucked. It was ran horribly. You know, everyone got oppressed.
Almost everyone.
And if you did try to push back, you got killed.
But why are you here?
Well, it goes a while back. I was going from job to job, making a living, kind of hunting down some information of my own, and I ran into what is now the Dawn Wardens. While they were being attacked by something of not of the living persuasion. And as the monks had taught me, it's, you know, it kind of helps to lend a hand from time to time.
As for me, I was sent here on a mission. Similarly to you, however, I was forgotten and presumed dead, and decided I would forge my own path.
And that led you to this group of, so far, let's be generous and say, less than morally obliged individuals?
You can call it like it is, fucked up people. Because that's what it is fucked up people.
Wouldn't go that far.
Look, calling us fucked up is tame compared to a few of the ones that came by. Or like the one that disappeared when I first met y'all.
We hear the screaming in a jar somewhere in the pocket dimension.
I just itched the side of my head. You hear something?
Not at all.
And what about this one? Gesturing towards Nobu's figure.
Look, I don't have a word on that one. He is, he's interesting.
His species is as rare as are in these parts, but he's the one who saved me from the trap that I had triggered in the dungeon I was exploring, and we've been traveling together since. His name is Nobu.
And what was the mission?
You would have never called me he, by the way.
Sorry, they.
And
Their name is Nobu.
What was the mission you were sent on when you first left home?
She's gonna look you up and down for a minute. There was an artifact the Emperor of the time was interested in, and I was sent to investigate. Turns out it was a trap. And when I didn't return, they just presumed I perished.
You'll notice Xerxes will pull out a small book and make a point to write that down. The Emperor at the time specifically asked you for this.
It was more the scholar I was assisting wanted this item to impress the Emperor. It was something the Emperor had been trying to get his hands on for a while. He did not send me personally, no.
Do you believe that it was a trap from the start, or that it just turned out that way?
Honestly, I don't know, and I don't care. I don't want him to get his hands on such an item anyway, if he still lives.
What? What do you mean by if?
This was about 200 to 300 years ago. He was rather old when I left.
Looking at Illith, am I able to tell if she's kidding or not?
I mean, you can roll an insight, but her face is genuine. Now, I believe our species lives to like 1,000.
Longer than elves, or at least some elves.
Is that what the consensus was, Bailey?
Yeah.
Okay, that makes it okay. I thought it was like 250 years or something. That's why I was like, wait, what?
I have Illith as like in her early 20s, and I have her written down as 250. So she'd be about 25.
This will likely be my last question. You haven't been home in almost 300 years.
Closer to 200, but correct.
He'll jot that down as well, and then he'll look over at Hermes. And what of you, little one? How long has it been for you?
I want to say it's been about 175. And Hermes is still relative. Like, he's like, I want to say, like, probably in human years, it would be like 1920-ish. So he would.
How old is he?
Like, I want to say almost 200 years.
Okay, yeah. Damn, he was a baby when he left.
No, like he was young when he got fed up with the fucking islands.
Xerxes will also make a note of that information, and then he'll look out at all of you, taking a moment to just look at Nobu, because he, especially now that it's just the four of us in this room, he's definitely the oddity. If there's...
Ain't that about a bitch? I'm in the room with 4 dinosaurs, and I'm the weird-looking one. Okay.
Right?
If there
Three
are
dinosaurs.
what a weirdo.
if there are any other questions you would have to ask of me, feel free, that now is your time.
Ellis, you're the smart one. Is there anything that you think we need knowledge of? Or even want knowledge of?
Not particularly, but I hope that when you give your report, you leave us out of it. We're quite content staying on this side.
By the way, cause I had to look it up. I forgot what I put. You guys are considered, in quotations, adults at the ripe age of 100.
No, it wasn't technically that long after I was. Well, in relative term, I wasn't that old. Long after I turned to adulthood.
If he's 200 now, and he left 170 years ago, he left while he was still like a baby.
Yeah, like, I would have hit I probably would have hit like 20 to 25 years after I hit adulthood and then fucking dipped.
Oh, okay. I was picturing like rebellious preteen that was like, "Fuck it, mom, I'm going to the mainland."
It's not a phase.
And by
Yeah,
that
we
time,
forces
Mr.
that.
Thorag, after your last conversation from the last session, you finally make it and enter into the portal door that pops you into this hallway. And you enter into the entrance, and you see this medley group of people conversing. Zool and Cedric are not there. But, yeah, that's what you pop into. And if you remember about the lady with the long limbs telling you about the proposal for Xerxes, perhaps, if you could play for her court, she might be able to gain audience for you people with the queen, perhaps, or at least get you close enough.
Woman was unnerving. Oh, hello.
Thorag joins us. Hello. Good day.
Oh, I hope I'm not
Yeah,
interrupting. I have a possible into the nobility and perhaps to meet the queen. Perhaps. It has some conditions. Looks over to this one.
That doesn't sound very safe.
Well, do you perhaps remember the woman there? She gave off an unsettling aura.
I think you tried to
Scary
describe
beyond
her.
all reason is how I would describe her.
It's
Yes.
gonna send a shudder through my spine.
Yes. They apparently have some pull here, and they're willing to assist. On a condition.
That
What condition?
Looks dead at the T-Rex. Xerxes? No, not Xerxes.
Yeah, Xerxes.
You're right.
It is Xerxes. Oh, good. I'm remembering the correct historical figure. I thought I was screwing them up. It would be have our friend here play music for them in their court or to some degree of performance, what have you. They were rather taken by whatever performance he made.
She was
Why
already
is that
informed that I have an engagement tonight.
I think it wasn't specifically tonight. I think we could probably negotiate something, but it sounds like our best way to meet nobility with that particular contact, at least, is through you.
It sounds like our goals may actually align.
Oh,
Lovely.
that's good. Oh, I was going to say, it was like, I hate to be imposing and pressuring you, considering we recently just met, but, this is great. All right.
Great.
Yeah, operative word. How... Is there anything I can do while I'm here? Otherwise, I'll, No! No, Princess! No! Sorry, I broke character.
Princess, my beloved.
It still hurts. Still hurts. For those of you at home, Princess was a wonderful NPC
Zombie
tank
bear.
character, zombie bear, yeah. And we stole from another. We stole from an enemy, and then it died. Our beloved princess.
She died so that we could live.
I honestly
Yeah.
thought this was about the horse you guys killed last session for half a second there, but I then remembered you guys were trying to name it Frou Frou.
Frou the horse.
And by that time, you will see Ziri get out of the
Oh, good.
stairs, and then she looks over and says, "Oh, Soreg," and then she like, "Soreg, how are you? Did you hear about Amara?"
What? No.
Oh.
What?
Yes, Cedric is
Oh.
having some lovey-dovey talks and wants to be secret about it.
I was gonna be shaking my head.
And we also don't have a ocean. Remember not to tell Ocean to our new friend here. Now, Ocean's secret, it is not exist.
Oh. All right. Well, let's go keep our secrets over here. I imagine we have some food that we can snack on. Come here, child. Let's go prepare us a snack and keep secrets.
She's like,
he winks over to Illith as he leaves with Ziri. And it's like, yes, I'm the babysitter. Very good.
Ziri's like, I think I was going to library. They wanted me to read books. Because Mara is having very, very, how do you say, attacked by some invisible creature that is annoying her.
Thorag considers that and thinks of it being the symbiote, and since no one's panicking, it's not a big deal. Oh, I see. Yes, she has her issues. Let's go get a small snack, and then we can go to that library.
And she's like smiles and crinkles. It's like, okay. And then she'll start walking over with you. But of course, everybody else hears about Amara and some creature that's annoying her. And Cedric's, I guess, love interest of sorts. At least by Ziri's account. But aside from that, we're going to jump over. Zool, you're with us. So, let's see. Would Zool be doing anything aside from just chilling there with Amara? Because Amara's actually going to be going in and out of consciousness as... why is the internet so slow? I can see what everybody says when they see a white box of emptiness.
It did kind of like focus on the white box instead of the map itself. Interesting.
Yeah, that was weird. If you just drag it up, William, you might be able to see the real map.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
Or just zoom out. You'll find it eventually.
You did eventually. Yeah, that's interesting. We roll 20s on something again. Another update, another issue.
Yeah, I think so. Jeez, it's really clanky.
Always is.
Good lord. Alright, that's good enough. At least I see it on the OBS. Amara is currently, after asking a couple of questions, hearing the story of what had happened, aside from skipping the teleportation incident. She, I figured she would learn that you all made it to Hexa then, and that y'all are in Hexa Landing, but at that point she's still going to be extreme pain that's making her pass out, and she's going to be pretty much just unconscious right now as Glyph continues working. Is there anything specific that Zool would be doing in here? Cedric, I guess, would be also maybe attending to her here and there. I would assume, else he had come to try to at least heal her somewhat, which he was able to. Now it's just regenerating her limbs, basically.
Look, I'm just gonna point out, I like the fact that he's still walking around with a red border and everybody else has green borders.
Yeah, I don't know why that's happening. He's fully
What the hell
healed.
does he sitting at?
He's completely healed, but I don't understand why
He's
that's
just
like that.
mentally dead.
Yeah,
The traitor.
he's just mentally
Don't let
dead.
anyone know you're the traitor.
Anyway,
There's a doppelganger in the party, guys.
Yeah.
Ooh.
it's crazy. But
It is
besides occasionally helping here and there, like answering questions if she would ask, he's just more going to... Oh, shit. I lost my train of thought.
Run to the next station.
Fuck.
Huh, it's still there.
Got this. Ow, fuck my.
Well, we're in this room, so... He's already damn near explored all of this. He's already learned what he can out of this room and out of the library. He's gonna do more research on fake people. There you go.
Okay, so he's just doing some research
Because something about the old slinky lady rubbed him the wrong way. I mean, granted, it rubbed everybody the wrong way, but it just mentally rubbed him the wrong way.
All right, roll me. So you're kind of researching more on like maybe perhaps Fae information.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Roll me a. That would be interesting. Just roll me a history.
Okay.
See how high of a number. Holy Jesus. Okay. Well.
4 plus 12, 24.
Uh.
You're the second smartest person in this group.
So you would at least grab some history of Fae. I don't know if he's had a lot of dealings with them. Faes are much more rare in the world here, but from what you can learn, at least, definitely very much on mood that they exist in. Sometimes, you know, they could turn a forest into a dead forest, depending on mood. But each Fae is different. You would know that there is a
Apparently, we're a slinky lady.
and names are important to them too. So also, depending as people wish to give their names to Fae, but actual names have power with them. So you have to be actually extra careful with how you present yourself to them. Sometimes if they gain an interest, they'll pursue it. Mortals to Faes are not necessarily like... they're pretty much interesting things to watch. Faes not necessarily evil or good in certain courts, but you would also understand that there is a difference in regular Fae and archfaes and such. Archfaes sometimes can be considered just as powerful, and maybe archdemons and such, and archdevils. But from what you are reading, that would be the first aspect that you would get, just a broader sense of them. So that's...
Is he gonna, like, does he learn any, like, key names for, like, key figures of the Fae?
As far as key names, they're rare, but you might have heard some names that are more aligned with Solaire itself compared to the actual Fae realm. And those would be probably... It's strange because it's named. Their name is called the Dreaming Veil. So that's one powerful Fae that you would have heard of. But it's not...
I didn't mean to roll that.
It's not really a... it's a confusing name because that's what they're just called, the Dreaming Veil. And the little tiny information that you can gain from it is that possibly dealing with dreams and forgotten longing and emotional echoes is what they're working. This sometimes can actually send out information or visions to people. But this Archfey is very interesting because if it ever attaches or clings to somebody, then it could mean something important. But it is very much a dealing with dream walking. Another one that you probably...
Apart with that, I don't mean to interrupt. I was just going to say, apart with like the information that he is learning, he would probably... When Glyph isn't like super busy, you know, healing Amara, he would, you know, ask questions about the Fae, like if they've encountered it, or pretty much get her knowledge if she has any, or Amara's knowledge, you know, that she would have gave Cliff, so on and so forth.
Okay. I would say, as that is happening, the only other information that you would have heard and might be familiar with is the Erendor. name.
Oh, shit. Right.
Let me see. Arendor is actually, I think you were there. Arendor is a name that you probably might have heard in passing. And I think I did mention it, is a fae, and it's considered an archfey. That's actually, reading in the books, is linked to the Deadwood Glades, the actual area that y'all were in when y'all were in Duskwood. And for this one, it's interesting because he is considered, he was considered once a guardian, and but they said that he eventually switched over years, and considered to be one of the ones that's also cursing the Deadwood Glades, which was the region that y'all were in when y'all were fighting the Black Dragon and such.
I was like, I currently have it down just like as an archfey and an ex-guardian, more or less. Does that sound right?
Let me see here. The other ones doesn't have any other names that are mentioned that she has right here currently. So, with anything, yeah, you can possibly see what Glyph would have off of that. But if he's going to be doing that research, those are the two main names that pop up. It's just the Dreaming Veil and Arendor, which Arendor y'all are so close to.
What is it? Dreaming, which I'm pretty sure is spelled the correct way.
I can, yeah, right there.
I'm just trying to put it in notes so that I can know whatever information, like, if, like, he would get out of them, he would, like, normal, be like, is there any books or information in the library that she could recommend him to look into?
Oh yeah, she would probably give you the informations in the library to, if he wanted to deep specifically into those details of the names, find out a little bit more about those specific archfey. In general, this book is just going over the generalities of what Fae are.
Well, he's gonna learn like the basics of, you know, the general things, but like you said, names and things are important to him. So he's gonna try to learn to be able to like converse with them without seeming like he's speaking disrespectively. Does that make sense?
Oh yeah. Okay. So he's kind of learning the etiquette of things, to how to speak with them and such. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, that'll give you some advantages when speaking, and at least knowing some secrets. Perfect. All right. Well, then we'll jot that down. That's what he's doing, and
yeah. So he's going to disappear into the library to wherever he can learn that information.
We'll have
occasionally ask Glyph, you know, questions or things that even he needs information for.
And Cedric will remain with Armara then, in order to keep a watch on her.
He had, before he leaves, he more or less told Glyph if anything changes with Amara to let him know, and he will be there.
Okay. As far as Amara is concerned, though, you do see that the limbs are growing, and they're not stomps anymore, at least where she was missing.
How long?
It would take at least a day.
Okay.
But yeah, she's currently resting and sleeping. All right. Well, then you're going to go down to the library as you pass the group. And the group sees Zool passing now to the library as y'all are conversing.
Oh, one small thing whenever y'all do see, you know, because he does float or whatever, his boys are, as usual, walking around, but he's always attached at the hip by Aurora, the little ghost lady, the Alip. I'm pretty sure I'm butchering that how you say it, but I don't feel like asking Google.
Oh my gosh. This internet just died today. So business internet is so slow today. I don't know what's going on.
Like you said, they're probably also doing things in the other room, so.
Yeah. I can't size it. Oh my god, it's going all over the place. Stop. All right. Anyway, yeah, that's what you'll see from Zool. He vanishes into the libraries, and Mr. Thorag has vanished with Ziri, and right now you have an open floor as to what y'all want to do. So at this point, y'all can RP a little bit more. We can try to fast track or go over what the plan is here in the city. Also, everybody sort of just came here because they really wanted to get this curse from the original group to be gone completely, which still is lingering on, I think, Hermes, Naboo, Illis, Thorag, and Cedric doesn't have it. And I think Zool has it still, too.
Zool has it.
And wherever Mr. Bin is out there in the world. So hopefully he doesn't get killed, because that would be kind of a interesting aspect.
That'd be really inconvenient.
Yes.
That's Ben for you.
I mean, death is very inconvenient, so yeah.
I mean, it usually doesn't curse your friends.
But aside from that, yes, it's up to y'all. The floor is yours. So, I mean, you can hang around with Xerxes. Xerxes, you can pursue what you were doing. Wait until the evening to do your music or other adventures or more digging into Hermes and Illis.
I think Xerxes would try for a little longer to dig more into Ilith and Hermes if they'd allow it. But if an opportunity presents itself where he can get out of this incredibly odd place, he'd probably run with it. But at the moment, he's looking over his little book and what Illis said, and it's bothering him a little bit. And he'll pause for a second and look at Ilith and just go, for the sake of curiosity, if you wouldn't mind, who was the emperor at the time that you left the homeland?
Oh God. I'm
Reach
gonna
back into your
assume
memory.
I'm gonna assume it was the one right before the one that's here now. Emperor's daddy.
You know what? We could say that, yeah. It's the new Emperor's daddy. That's what it was.
The new emperor's daddy. She's gonna put it more eloquently with full titles.
So, this happened above table, Ilith went on a mission, and it was exactly not exactly, but around 200 years ago, right? So she had been around.
2 to 3, yeah.
So she already been around, though, living in the Empire. How many years before that happened?
She was young when she got sent off because she wasn't allowed to study scholarly pursuits, which is one of the reasons why she didn't go back. But she was selected to retrieve artifacts for a scholar there, and I want to say she was sent on this mission when she was probably just barely an adult, so probably about 100, 120.
Okay.
She's probably closer to like 300.
So just make a note of this then. And I'm assuming the Emperor was the Saurians, because this is Saurians are fairly new to me as well, above table. They all are. Emperor would definitely be one of the T-Rex
Yes.
Races, okay.
The big theropods are like the ruler upper class.
Okay. So we'll just go with this one. What I put in the chat. So you can make a note of that during your time. And then with that lineage, I would say that it would jump off from there to Xerxes following that lineage in his mind if he would hear the name Cassian Dravos.
There we go. I've put it in my notes.
One of the lineages will say that it's still the Dravos Empire. The Empire of Dravos is still currently in charge, but it's not necessarily... we'll say that right as Illith was doing her things, that Cassian was actually at the very last parts of the rule. So whoever he had is probably now the new emperor that succeeded him. But it's still under the Dravos Empire.
Gotcha. Did you get any information on what that artifact was?
If it even exists, it was something for him to obtain immortality. Which, you can see why I wouldn't want him to get his hands on it.
We'll rapidly make a note of this.
You don't like this little notebook he has going. Is this what it feels like when Illith does this?
And this is another crime added to your list of crimes. Oh, very nice.
Yeah.
And you two did not meet before leaving the homeland. You only met afterwards.
Yes.
Correct.
And that's when you came across them?
Yeah. Well, I came across them after I had joined a monastery and left the monastery.
And you all seek to find nobility in this place for what reason? Wealth? Glory?
Peace.
I simply want to study whatever I can study and not be hindered by what I was born as.
Peace, and to put an end to all this wild, uncontrollable magics.
And you believe the nobles of this place will somehow help you achieve this goal?
Small stepping stone towards.
If I want to live here, I need to preserve it.
And with it, information that our group has unfortunately uncovered.
Ooh, okay, alright. I'm getting actual lore drops here for my character. Let me just put that in my notes.
Needed better deal over. That and let's just say there are works at play that are not very good for the entire globe.
Uh-huh. Good time to be cryptic, especially from someone you're hoping will help you get in good with the aristocrats here.
Well, we're not. I personally am not very very knowledgeable on the thing that we are actually hunting. I just know there is a larger entity hunting us.
Do it.
And all of you, this group, all benefit from this?
Living.
Yes.
And when this is done, what happens then?
Once everything's done, I figured we go about our own way unless something else disturbs the peace.
So these nobles are supposed to magically just solve all of your problems.
They're nobles. I'm not expecting us to give us a fine answer.
We are here because we all have some kind of mark, and we need that removed, but that is not our end goal.
Oh yeah, the mark.
A mark.
And she will turn her head, and the fin from the tip of her horn down her neck, there is a brand marked on it. Wait, is that visible to anybody else?
Well, the brand would be visible. Yes, it's slightly. If it's anywhere that can be seen, it could be seen. If somebody was very perceptive. Currently, right now, is being, how do you say, suppressed? But suppressed. Well, I can't even talk because Amara did her thing with it. So probably the reasons why you're not in this city is probably the reason why y'all not attaining so much let's just say attention.
I don't like the way you said that.
Have you attempted to have this mark dispelled?
Yes.
Yeah, yes. From what we've learned, only it was the Queen of Hexa Landing, right? I don't want to spread misinformation.
Yes.
The Queen herself is the only one who'd be able to help us, which is why we're here.
It's a curse.
As far as we can tell, yes. Both for tracking and for keeping us from getting too far from each other.
And, you know...
Do you intend on having her lifted, or do you intend on usurping her?
Usurping? Why would we do that?
Usually, if a person who is cursing you has been adequately removed from the equation, the curse does not tend to persist.
It's not...
You misunderstand. She didn't place the curse on us.
She did. She
least I
would
hope
be
she's
the
not.
one.
Otherwise, it's going to be an issue.
Long
Oh.
silence, long pause. Oh.
See, I thought it
He'll
was
definitely
Jarvis
be
that put the curse
writing.
on us, or whoever was friends with
He'll
Jarvis.
definitely be writing all of this down very hastily. So then, what exactly do you need me to do for you?
Apparently, you're our ticket into the nobility.
So, show up for my gig tonight,
Right.
put on a show, impress this incredibly creepy woman, and possibly save your lives.
I suppose so. And she just looks exhausted.
What creepy woman? That's Nova. I keep saying creepy woman.
Somewhere between 8 and 10 feet tall. Describe her as basically creepy beyond all reason.
Keep in mind, Nobu was there, guys.
Do you remember the one with the really long, and she'll wiggle her fingers like she doesn't want to say it?
There was a person there.
Questionable.
Xerxes will produce minor illusion, literally replicating this creepy woman's appearance in his hand. Basically this.
Nope, never seen her. Day in my life.
I'm just gonna pat Nobu's shoulder.
He wasn't paying attention.
Interesting. If you have no further need of me, these questions seem to be getting me nowhere, and I have work that needs to be done before tonight. If I am permitted to leave.
I'm gonna look at Illith. I know.
Oh my god.
What?
The screen?
Oh my lord.
Yeah, that's about what I expected. Yeah.
You know, she's slightly hotter than I thought.
Yeah, I
she'd
was
be.
gonna say that face wasn't exactly what I expected, but everything else pretty much fits. So yeah, she could literally be the daughter of Lady Demetrast, no BS.
Okay, back to my thought.
Would.
I'm gonna look at Illith and be like, I know you may have other opinions, but in the matter of getting what we need and, pushing forward, I think we need to keep him in contact, very closely contact.
No.
Are you going to help us?
Say no.
No, Boo? We need
I said what I
allies.
said.
That would entirely depend on you.
God damn it.
I have no reason to reject the request of my kin. But I don't know this thing, and your crew is questionable at best.
Yeah, that's fair.
Valid assessment. I promise they're not all weird. Well, anyway. We would appreciate your help, but I don't know what we would be able to offer in return. However, I know you're busy tonight, and she will pull out what looks like a mundane piece of bark and hold it out to you. Keep this with you.
Xerxes is gonna look at what apparently is a random piece of bark. And its purpose would be...
Communication.
Very well then. And he'll
This is
stash it
crazy.
under the robes, and if permitted, he'll try to leave.
Yeah, he can leave. I don't think Illith can keep him from leaving, can she? Other than, putting him in the void.
Not necessarily, yeah. Well, actually, no. She could technically close off all the portals, but...
That's true,
Yeah.
She won't do that. She doesn't want him there more than he needs to be, honestly.
All right.
So Xerxes will leave.
All right. Where's Xerxes going to go?
Xerxes is going to go back to more or less the area in which they found him.
Okay.
He's going to see if he can pick up any information on this woman at all, because he hasn't had a chance to speak with Thorag, so she's taken a very quick interest in him, and he wants to know, is her claim valid? Is she worth his time? Is she somebody he could use to figure out what's going on on the bigger scale?
Okay. The one with the long limbs?
Yes, the
Okay.
creepy beyond all reasons is how I'm going to describe her until told otherwise.
Okay. And then I put some information in chat for both Zul and Thorag. So, Xerxes, you are heading back that way. How about everybody else that's here, as far as Hermes, Naboo, and Illith? I would say still around, I think we left off around 3 or so in the afternoon, so it's not quite evening time, so it depends on what everybody wishes to do, while Xerxes is going back to the Meridian. Now, Xerxes, you would also understand that the Meridian currently is letting people in and out, strangely enough, but usually there's a doorman, especially when it starts getting to late evening, that pretty much will stop anybody from entering unless they do pay a few silver pieces to get in. Sometimes gold
Including
pieces.
somebody working there?
Oh, no. I'm just saying this is what you would have noticed.
Okay.
So currently everybody is walking in and out. That's why this particular group was able to walk in during the week at least. But yeah, it's...
Don't let everybody else talk at once. What are you guys doing?
I think people have. There you go. I think people have problems. I don't give a fuck what we're doing. Same with Nobu. I don't even want to be here. I want this mark off my arm, so I guess We'll just wait. Nomu will, you know how to do it like this. So what are we doing, Illa?
I'm going to go check on Amara, and then I suppose we'll see if our Saurian friend is going to get us in with the nobility.
Right, you're already calling them friends. He's sticking around.
I hope not.
As I just kind of like slither off with you to go figure out what the hell up with Amara.
And I'm going to do a quick 5-minute break really quick just to see what's going on outside. And then I'll be right back. And then, so y'all figure out what y'all want to do. And then I'll be right back. Thorag is conversing with Ziri here.
I hope I can do Thorag justice. My brain's shut off right now. I'm dead.
Same, man.
Shakes your hand in night shift. You understand my pain. Shakes hand.
Y'all are a bunch of pansies.
Sir, shut the fuck up.
Oh, Illith, you have to deal with the lovely thing of like a 90, 80 person-year-old, and they're on a DNR from their own like advanced directive, and then the family comes in and goes, "No, we want them to be on full code. She'll live with end stage, etc., etc." It's like, guys, no.
Listen, Grandma will be fine with a few broken ribs. And a ventilator.
Yeah. Let's do resuscitations on this person who's 70 pounds and has just is skin and bones. Yeah, they'll be fine after CPR. Yeah. I do love how people don't realize how far you have to push for compressions. I really do got to do a plague doctor character at some point and just make a mockery of my actual medical profession.
You should. That's what Dinah's doing.
Oh God! At the clinic the other day, we had these people carry their relative in, like arm over. This is an urgent care. I remind you. They set him in the waiting room and they came to check us in, and he's like, he's had deficits for 3 days.
Damn.
I beg your pardon? This is an urgent care, first off. Secondly, 3 days? We sent him to the ER. Understandably, they did not call a stroke alert on him because whatever's happened is done. Honestly, I think it's just going to be checking him over and referring him to physical therapy.
Well, sir, you've had a stroke. Unfortunately, you've had a stroke. There's nothing to do now.
I don't know which... I mean, that irritated me. I think that one was a lack of education. However, we also...
Yeah.
When I was running 911, this one lady called. She's like, my husband's been crawling around on the floor since we woke up. Okay, alright. He had crawled out onto the porch. And she was like, yeah, he told me not to call. And I told him if he couldn't get up by noon, I was calling. And I was like, well,
Jesus
this is one hell of a stroke. So hopefully...
Just to remind y'all, we are live.
I don't care what your family says. If they have one-sided weakness, slurred speech, or anything like that, just call 911 immediately.
The other healthcare employee whispers from the ether, HIPAA, HIPAA.
I'm not giving names. I'm not giving addresses.
Just making sure. All right. So, oh my goodness, I hear battles in the background or something.
Yeah, kid be kid.
All right. Anyway, what did we decide? I know.
Deciding something?
Oh, I was just seeing where everybody was going. I know Illis was saying.
Checking on Mara.
Okay.
And then no one else said anything. It was about like HIPAA violations in hospitals and shit, and how the pansies But yeah. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna check on Amara and see if she's okay.
Okay.
I know Nobu is very upset about this whole development.
All right.
You promised after Cedric no more.
And let's see here. And we got
Wait till we do the collab. Nobu's gonna be pissed.
I'm gonna copy Ziri here, just in case.
A shame the one with the contact isn't going to be here for the next couple weeks.
So that's gonna be interesting. I guess it's gonna be up to Xerxes to make his movements everywhere. Thank God he's a bard at least. I'm gonna put y'all in the breakfast room. I'm just trying to figure out where everybody is, so I'm putting people in places. So Ziri is currently probably having a snack with Thorag. As Thorag is trying to talk to her about people. And we're going to put Zool in the library. Okay. Gaining information.
I was like, if anything, like if they're still in the library, he probably would have stopped by every now and then just to, have a small conversation with them while he's still reading or something. And show that he's, not physically dead.
Okay. Yeah, because I know, I think Thorag, you were going to eat with Ziri for a little while, then accompany her to the library?
Yeah, we were going to get a snack, and Thorag was just basically going to keep Ziri out of sensitive topics, just so
Sensitive
that they
topics.
could...
Yeah,
just like
If it makes
basically
you feel any better, you can drop her off with
Zool.
Zool. Since he's in the library.
Yeah, it was more just so that Ziri didn't feel excluded, as well as just planning could get done.
Oh wait, does she not feel like he's welcomed here? I wonder why.
Just a little too curious. Time and place.
Poor
Tell that
Ziri.
bitch to go away.
Let's see here. We're going to put, so I know where everybody is, put you there.
Out of character, William. My brain is fried, so I'll probably try to keep the RP to a minimum.
No worries. I'll get it.
I feel that on a personal level.
I was up last night till I think 6 in the morning, so no worries. And then it's always hard for me to sleep. I have no idea why. All right, Zool, Thorag, Ziri, right there, perfect. And then we have you guys with Amara. Bam. With Mr. Cedric there. And then we have Xerxes over here. All right. So before we linger away from the wagon, I will say, okay, so as y'all three walk into the chamber with Amara, I'm going to switch that over really quick. You indeed do find her that she is currently floating in the middle there, where the chamber where Glyph usually floats about, and gonna put it right in the middle. And you see that her leg and arm are still growing. Her eye you can't technically see because she has both eyelids closed currently. But as Glyph sees you walk in, and there you also feel the energy from Fragment, and the wrist, it pops up and you see Fragment appear. It's like, oh my, will she be all right? And then you see Glyph look over at Fragment down on your wrist and says, yes, she's perfectly healed currently as far as what Cedric did, but she is regenerating her limbs. I am working as quickly as I can, using what knowledge I have of clerical spells.
Is there anything we can do to assist?
And you see Glyph just look over at Illith.
He's fucked up.
Says, if you have a very powerful connection for a cleric with possibly a regenerative spell. Unfortunately for me and Amara, we are not as proficient in creating such scrolls as we are with more of the arcane style of wizardry spells.
I mean, I could work with Cedric and perhaps craft one, but...
Cedric doesn't have one.
No.
No, because I believe Cedric is in here, this room. So Cedric could say, I'm not strong enough to do that.
I didn't think so. Above table, I had a feeling about the boy.
Yes, that's a regeneration 7th of a spell, I do believe. You only have up to 6 level.
Yeah, regeneration is pretty high, but yeah, Cedric would look over and it's like, no.
No.
No. Yes, William, give me your best Australian accent.
Oh, shoot. I haven't slept enough for that.
Aussie, Aussie, Aussie. Oi, oi, oi.
Oi, oi. But, yeah, that's what she pretty much gives information to Illith too. And as that is also happening, you would see that most of the arcane sentinels in here are actually, instead of moving, well, usually they're standing still, but they're actually moving about. Something that you actually have not seen before, as they kind of just walk in counterclockwise around the area, keeping their what do you call it? I guess in sync with each other, completely opposite to each other. But yeah, outside of that, that's about everything that's happening in here so far. Unless you wish to wake up Amara.
Wake up Amara and be like, hey, did you win? Did you win that fight?
Does he do that?
I ain't raised no bitch. No, I don't do that. Like, I ain't raised no bitch. You win that fight?
But, all right. Well, then in that case, nothing else happening here. We're going to jump over to Mr. Xerxes. I know she's on the phone right now, so... Oh, go ahead.
Hermes just wants to do a little bit of scouting around the town.
Okay. So Hermes wants to go out and scout the town?
Yep.
Excellent. Excellent. All right. So I'm going to put Mr. Hermes out here. So I know where he's at. So I will say that y'all were able to, if y'all were, when y'all first walked through Hexa Landing, we fast-tracked forward, but for the most part, if y'all were coming over from where y'all landed, which would have been the beach side, y'all would have followed the roads and probably would have gone through the river walk that would be near the river that is situated here. And y'all would have gone past this center area where the I don't think anybody, unless Aaron would have explained what that would be... that's where the Ebon Claw Conclave usually does all the law making. So the Queen is at the Black Castle, but Aaron would have known enough to explain that the Ebon Claw Conclave is the ones who actually make the laws and also have the Vein Sentinels and make sure that the law is followed. So that's what you would have known about that particular location. And as y'all would probably have heard it called the Black Spiral Citadel. But aside from that, if y'all would have gone down the street further, it would have eventually landed where y'all currently are, right here, which is called Trinity Street. So that's the path Aaron would have taken, because his contact should have been here at Trinity Street. And so we're going to put you outside of Trinity Street as you step out of the cart. And again, with all the names that there were here. And the cart is currently between these two buildings, which is right here. And there's like other carts which are right here. Okay. So you're going to be let me see. Boom, there you are. Put you right there. So
how crowded are these streets?
Right now it's still like afternoon, getting close to evening. It's not quite 5 o'clock yet, so they're not as crowded, but you would see that people are just walking around. You have the aroma of delicious aromas of various foods floating in the air around you. People are actually sitting down in benches and tables, eating here and there, probably reading books, because across the street from this 3-story Meridian Club, you see that there is the park where the green grass and green trees are, as you can see through little cuts of the alley there. But I would say sparsely crowded right now. I mean, not enough that people are constantly bumping into each other. It's not like a New York street. It's more like a Los Angeles promenade street where people are going up and down the streets, but not enough to where they're bumping shoulder to shoulder unless they really get into the sidewalk.
Okay.
So at this point, basically what you see is, as far as Trinity Street is concerned, you can see where it kind of sort of goes to the northwest and then definitely goes to the northeast and then south direction. It just depends on which direction Mr. Hermes would want to go and explore and how far he wants to go by himself.
I would probably look around at all the different buildings, all different buildings, all different, restaurants or taverns that might be clustered.
Okay.
Possibly look for a magical shop or two to possibly do some restocking.
Okay. So as he would do that, do any particular direction he would try to go first, depending if he's looking for certain kinds of shops.
I'd probably start by going south.
Okay, so I'm going to move you going here. As you are going south, a lot of it is pretty much... well, you do pass the Crooked Compass, which seems to be like another tavern of sorts, but this one is more... you do smell the nice seafood smells coming out of it. But it seems to be more of... lower end compared to the rest of the buildings here. You see a lot of sailors walking in and out, pirates' hats, and some of them look at you, tip their hats. Other ones are just kind of like, oh, matey, how you doing? You're a little one, aren't you? And he's kind of passing you by. The Pearl Quay up in the distance and the Blackbeard Pantry. You see, you can smell the aromas of pretty much bakery stuff. Anything that has to do with like sweets and cookies and possibly even some sugared breads. And the Pearl Quay is more of a sense of that seafood that you also smell and have the aroma hitting your nose. You also look over to your, I would say left side as you're walking down, but the Ember Society sign. Seems to be a lot of people standing outside that are more well-dressed compared to just the regular folk that are walking in and out. And the further south that you go, as people are passing by and talking about just regular things such as the economy, money, and the tensions between the actual empire and the queen that they've been hearing rumors about. And starting to further away from the street that you go, you don't necessarily see anything that deals with magic shops as well. Very strange compared to Princestria, but that's what you're seeing so far as you're heading south. And then right now, we're going to jump back over to Mr. Xerxes. And we're going to put you in the... And the floor here is people are still conversing, but the same people. You would see Aaron still standing over here, having just a conversation maybe with one of the nobles. But yeah, you would see that the large lady and the elf man is sitting, but the lady is standing, seems to be sitting in a crouched way. Vesper is actually not at the piano right now. She's actually over by the bar and having a conversation with one of the... Well, Charles's token is not there, but Charles is there. But aside from that, we'll just use this as a token for Charles. There we go. Perfect. But Xerxes, yes, that's what you see. It's this normal people that were there having a conversation. This guy over here that's to the right of you as you walk in is still by himself having a lot of drinks. He seems to be getting pretty drunk, actually. He's like, ugh, that's a wonderful drink there. Oh, delicious. Best in the fucking city. You know, just kind of talking to himself. But anyway, what does Xerxes do?
I'm not sure I can rely on a drunk, but I'll give the drunk a try first before I try to make my way over to the bar in as wide of an arc as possible. So I'm as far as I can be on the other side of the room from Scary Beyond All Reason.
You see this person drinking. He flares up his hand. You see him playing with fire in the middle of his palm. Like just looking at it, he takes another swig and almost catches the alcohol on fire, actually.
And what pray tell are you, my friend?
He looks confused at first. So finishes his swig and he's like, well, I'm human. I think I...
No. Are you perchance one of the night's entertainers? I see that you're quite adept with magic.
And he looks over at Xerxes. He's like, oh, so, I'm a wizard. I entertain people at night here. Get free drinks. And he like forms a horse with his fire. You would like to see the horse run?
By all means, please.
And he makes it run across the table. And just like, and then I charge people to see me do tricks like that. But nobody has been paying me lately. And I don't know how I'm going to do my rent. I'm going to be a street person like the other ones, and then I'm going to get my neck bit. You know, there's vampires. I know there's vampires. But I can't talk about it because it's supposed to be a secret.
Well, just between two performers such as ourselves, I feel it's more than safe for you to talk about it with me. And I'll drop 5 silver pieces on the table for him. Not just for the trick he just did, but it's kind of like hey, maybe you want to share.
He looks at this 5 silver with a glint in his eye, and he like moves his hands over him. It's like, oh, takes another swig. Well, my friend, what do you want to know? And the strange thing about it is that I think Xerxes, if he's been in the Meridian before, I don't know if he's constantly been in it, but he hasn't seen this person here before. And also, he's heard of rumors. And the reason also about the Meridian is that most of the people that are on the know kind of go to the Meridian expecting that everything about the undead is rumor here, even though there's people that, from what you've learned, believe that they live amongst vampires or undead, and that the queen might be undead. A lot of people say that she's an elf and she has elven blood. That's why she's lived for so long. But for the most part, a lot of the other, how would you say, I guess rumors be about even the Ebon Claw Conclave is probably undead. And this place, you would really quickly find out that there's a lot of weird crap that happens at night. And even in the outskirts of it, past the mists, which the mists are the ones that usually keep the city pretty much hidden from the rest of the world. Some people say that if you linger too long in the mists, it starts playing with your mind. It starts taking memories. But even in the outskirts, they say that there's people that linger out there, like creatures that could probably grant your wishes and such. But this is what you've learned throughout the time that you've been here for the past 2 weeks. So this might not be new to you, but
Gotcha.
might be something that is interesting because you're trying to figure out maybe if it is true.
Yes, I've heard all the rumors about. And I'll put my claws up and go, the undead. But how do you seem so sure of the fact they're actually here in the city?
And he looks at you with like a big old, like, opened eyes. And then he like moves closer to you, whispers, I seen them at night. I seen in the outer wards, in the center of the city, right after you get into these walls where nobody pays attention, where people live homeless. Ugh, I don't want to be homeless. But I seen the ones who break the laws. The laws. You see, vampires are not supposed to feed unless they have gained, what do you call it, the license thing. But there's ones that break the laws and they just feed and they're homeless. Nobody's gonna miss. And it's like, and I'm so close, nobody likes magic no more. Magic is all over the place now. It's like everybody and their grandmother can do magic. He's just like, starts drinking away again. I remember when I was growing up, I was still young and learning magic. Nobody knew magic. It was just heard, and the conclave didn't want you to know magic. But now it's this generation. Everybody knows magic. Like everybody, their grandmother, their kids, everybody knows magic. You know how hard it is to keep up magic work when everybody knows magic?
You'll see Xerxes actively roll his eyes and try to keep his composure.
Of course, it's quite difficult to find work when you are so limited in your skills, but someone such as yourself, with such a wide array of magical talents, surely you have nothing to worry about. Now, can we focus a little bit more on the undead? You were mentioning that you've physically seen them in the outer areas where the poorer folk tend to habit. What about, say, here at your place of employment, for example? Maybe even someone in this room.
He looks over. He's like, he like looks over his shoulder, starts looking toward the bar. I think there's people that know but don't say anything. They linger here in the Meridian, and they don't even give me a gold piece for my tricks. And then he like wipes a tear, and then he's like, but that woman over there, my employer, she's supposedly knows everything about everything in this town. And she says, especially rumors that she hosts vampires here. I mean,
I'm going to look over and I'm going to pray that the name you're about to tell me is Vesper when he points to his employer.
yeah, he looks over. If you're
thank God.
If you're pointing toward her, he's like nodding his head. And then he looks over, but you're supposed to be a secret. I'm not supposed to know anything. Like some lower class. And then he just starts crying.
Oh, Jesus.
He starts wiping tears away.
The performance you gave me was more than worth the silver I gave you. Thank you so much for your time. And
he kind of grabs your arm as you before you do anything. He grabs your arms like, I don't want to be a blood bag. I don't want to be a blood bag.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Okay, do I... No, we're not going to do that. I will present him with a minor illusion of him performing that horse trick he just performed in front of me, except on a larger scale, with a group of people like clapping and cheering at him. Again, this is minor illusion, so it's limited in size of what it can do, but still hoping to get him away from me.
Let me see. 1 second. Let's see. Oh God. Yeah. He completely starts paying attention to the illusion.
And I will walk over as fast as I can to Vesper at the bar.
Okay, yes. He just lets go of your arm and he's just completely enthralled right now. Like, what? What's happening? You walk away.
I will, because I'm assuming Vesper's manning the bar.
Currently, she's not manning it. She's, what's going on here? Sorry. Trying to figure out what happened there. My OBS almost died there. But she's not manning it. She's actually just having a conversation with the bartender currently.
Okay, then I would say to the bartender quickly,
could you give that man over there just another drink, and then I think it would be in everyone's best interest if we cut him off.
And Charles looks over and is like, oh, certainly. I suspect that he does look a little inebriated, isn't he?
A bit more than he looks.
Then I shall do that. Vesper. And he kind of nods. Excuse me, as I go fix a drink. And then he will walk away and start preparing a drink for the gentleman that you pointed to.
And I'll wait for him to go, and I'll look at Vesper and just quietly, because I really don't know this room well enough at all yet.
My lady, is there a place that the two of us could perhaps talk quietly?
And she looks and leans over the counter and says, "Oh, darling, of course. Whatever do you wish to speak about?" And she starts moving around the counter to walk over to you, and as she walks over around the counter, she looks over at this noble that's sitting there, gives him a wink. The noble kind of smiles and see him turn a little red, and then she walks over to you and she wraps, if you let her, wraps an arm around your arm and says, "So, how private do you want this conversation to be?"
As private as you can get. The two of us exclusively would be preferable.
And she'll walk around the counter, and then she'll actually bring you back and move into this room. Walks past a kitchen area where you see people cooking, and takes you into this room here, at which nobody is sitting currently. It's just you and her, and she'll take a seat at the sofa, depending on where you want to go.
I'll stand probably by whatever. Is this a desk?
That one is a round, pretty round desk right there.
I'll stand by the desk, but be facing her, so there's still some distance between us.
Okay. And she just sits there, taking a sip of her wine. She's actually carrying a wine. She elegantly takes a sip of. She's playing with her hair, looking at you and smiling. "So, darling, what is it that you wish to speak about? Tell me what you want."
It has been brought to my attention that you may not be the only means of employment for me moving forward. I would like to have any information you would be willing to bring forward about the woman who has inquired about my services.
And she thinks about, "Oh, I see. You must be talking about my friend. The large, tall, lanky one."
Yes, I would believe we are talking about the same individual.
"Oh, what kind of type of employment has she presented to you?"
A request to perform at one of her nightly gatherings.
And she looks over at you and says, with a kind of an interest, and she says, "Oh, she's taken an interest to you." And she says, "Well, that's usually very rare that she takes such an interest to anyone." And she says, "Does she know your name?"
Xerxes would remember. I do not. I feel like I did introduce myself to just Vesper, but I might have introduced myself by name to that woman, but I do not know.
I don't think you did.
I was trying to end the conversation as quickly as I could. I don't think I did, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, I might have to go back on that.
Because I know someone was about to say their name, and They got pulled away immediately.
That was Thorag. He was about to spill the beans, and his the person with him instantly cut off and gave a fake name.
Okay.
Well, it's also that Reaper was not awake last week either, so.
But you also didn't have knowledge of what she was, so it kind of...
Yeah,
I
but
picked up on it pretty quick, but my brain wasn't firing at 1,000 cylinders.
I'm
so.
pretty sure I didn't introduce myself, but I might have.
Okay, so
I know I was actively telling her I had another engagement and that these people needed my attention, and I was trying to get away from her. I don't remember if my name slipped out in that.
we'll say that maybe it didn't, but yes. I'll have to go back on that video. Can't remember either. But
I hope not for your sake.
Really?
But anyway, Vesper smiles and she says, "Oh, she's always interested in names, the type of person that she is. Are you familiar with what Fae people are?"
Loosely.
And she says, "Well, let's just say that names can be very powerful. But as long as you didn't present it to her, then you might have some bargaining to do." And she walks over and she says, "She's a princess. She comes from the Fae realms. She's been here quite enjoying my meridian. I have known her for many decades now. Good person to know if she's on your side, but you definitely don't want to get on her bad side."
So, would you suggest that taking her up on her offer would be in our best interest?
She says, "Oh, of course, definitely be in your best interest. It's always nice to have one of her caliber on your side. If you make her happy, of course, though you wouldn't want to, accidentally pluck a string or anything during your performance."
Yes, I've heard that she has quite a nasty bite.
Says, "Oh, yes, it would be quite dreadful, but she probably wouldn't want to do anything with you anymore. But if you have her on your side, she probably could do quite a few favors if you return them." Now tell me, I'm giving you this information. What could you do for me in favors? As you see here, everything in the Meridian is all about bargaining and trading. It's all about information and the flow of it. I help you, you help me. I know I've hired you for tonight's entertainment. But remember, information is not necessarily free. I've given you a little. What can you give me in return?
That would depend on what the lady is looking for.
Oh. Well, not really much of a gossiper or much into politics. Really anything that might pique my interest. Everything around here has become so bland and boring after so much time. But I always like someone new. I do love new faces that haven't already catalogued. And you do have such a unique face. Strange that I don't really recollect seeing anyone of your kind here before. I have seen the Serpari before. They come and go, and then I have seen some, what do you call themselves? They like to call themselves the lizard people. But really, I don't think you are one of them, are you? Tell me entertaining things about yourself. I am quite curious.
I am what you people have called a Saurian. I am of an upper echelon of their people, a theropod. We would be considered the ruling class.
Oh, a Saurian. I do believe I have heard of such race before. It's been a while since I've seen them. I don't think I've ever seen more than one at a decade or so.
There are currently 3 within a close proximity of your establishment as we speak, including myself.
Oh, were those the ones that were with you? I do believe I have some sort of recollection that has some sort of features that were different from the lizard species.
They were hoping to find out some information regarding our kinsmen and possibly hiring me for a very interesting request, if I might present that myself.
Oh, really? Well, it did look like someone who wants something. Of course, everybody does. It's so much less exhausting when you just say so.
They very clearly wanted something.
And what might that be? Perhaps we can make an arrangement. I do like to make favors for favors.
I'm afraid, technically, the information isn't mine to give. So what I can give you in exchange for a favor would be that they seem to have fallen ill to some less than favorable magic.
Oh.
And it would appear that I may be the answer to their prayers.
Ooh, you don't say. Less than favorable magic. Well, that seems to happen a lot around here, and many people come to me for help, so it seems normal then. How about you, darling? What is it that you might be looking for?
An artifact.
Oh, artifacts. Interesting. And what might this artifact be?
Ancient. Something removed from historical records. Something that if you heard of it, it would be new. It would be interesting. It would be something you wouldn't miss.
Oh, now that piques my curiosity. So you're looking for this artifact, and I might be able to ask around and see if I can find this particular thing. I like how you keep it very vague, though you explain it in a very detailed way. Very puzzling. What does this artifact do, and why are you searching for it so keenly?
I can explain to you why I'm searching for it, but what it does would require another favor.
Oh, favors. Well, tell me what sort of favor you are looking for me, and I can tell you what I would wish for you to do for me.
I would describe to you as best I can the artifact in question, if in return you could guarantee, to the best of your ability, any assistance that would remove this curse upon those you saw me with earlier.
Oh, that is quite an ask. I like the way that you discuss things. I do believe I will think about it, but I am always up for a challenge for this artifact that you are looking for. Maybe it might keep me entertained for the next week or so. Alright, Xerxes. I think I shall do some research on this artifact. And then in return, I will also ask a favor from you once I found out if I can help you with it. You know, this club, the Meridian, I've had it for many decades. You'll be surprised when you just linger long enough in one place how many people come through and what you're able to learn. I do know of artifacts around the world, but I'm not sure if just the ones that particularly fall into your category of search. So, if you'll excuse me, darling, I will come back to me in about a week with the same question, and I will give you my answer, and I shall let you know what I found out. And then at that point, I will have a favor to ask of you. Are we agreed?
We have made an accord.
Excellent. Well then, I suspect that you would want introductions with my friend.
That depends. How intimate would these introductions be?
You are speaking about Nixasa.
She had not introduced herself by such a name.
Oh no, she wouldn't. But I've given you a little bit of a future intel to her. Though I wouldn't say her name out loud. I would introduce you, if you wish, to have conversation with her, if you think that she might be of help to you. Since you've given me information, I am able to do this for you now. As I said, trade for trade.
I would definitely appreciate this, as it seems that the ones I had mentioned require my involvement with her.
And she says, oh, excellent. Well then, please, follow me. And she'll wrap her arm around yours again and start leading you out. And as before she introduces you, we're going to jump back over to the rest of the group. And last we left off with the rest of the group, before we jump over to Mr. Hermes' adventures in Hexa. Or to Amara's. Bam. Amara's mentioned there. Alright, so we were left with Amara there, with Illith. I think you were on the phone, but you have returned. But anyway, Hermes had taken off. Nobu was chilling with Illith. Amara was sleeping. She got the information as far as she, though they can work on spells that deal more with the wizardry stuff. The clerical spells are a little bit harder, though they can probably create them, but it takes some time, which by that time it'll be a day past more than likely. But anyway, as Hermes takes off, where was Illith and Nobu intending to head?
I'm going with Illith.
Have some agency.
I cannot leave her. Last time I left her
You're not
two
punctual.
fucking times. Last time I left her 2 times, she ended up in some stupid shit.
It's true. I did almost get stabbed last time he took his eyes off. Oh no, I did get stabbed. I just lived through it.
Yeah, you don't have the greatest track record recently, Illith. Could you please go with a bodyguard? At least just
It's not her
someone.
fault. People want her dead.
It's not your fault you're a trouble magnet, but you are a trouble magnet, so let's avoid the trouble this time.
Exactly. I left her alone twice. The first time she got stabbed, the second time, I forgot what the second time was, but there was 2 times something as bad happened to her when I decided she's a big girl and she could be by herself. I take that shit back.
Oh, what was it?
She is a big girl. She can take care of herself. She also ends up just running into the things that could kill her somehow.
Okay, the black hole wasn't her fault. And the disintegrate, Nobu was holding her when that happened. Oh, but Illith would probably go back to the library and try to research more about the whisper in her ear during Illumination Day. She's still trying to figure that shit out.
After all these months, a month and a few weeks now.
All these days.
It feels important to her goddess. She's going to stay focused on it.
Let's see here. So, back at the library then. Back to the library we
Hold
go.
up. Why we do that too? Why is she studying and anything? Because I'm not going to sit there bored with all this nerd material around me.
Just look around.
Hold up. Shut up. I know what the fuck I'm getting myself into. Yeah. I would like to. I'm gonna make something. What did I want to make? I had on my mind. I am going to make. You continue because I forgot what I was gonna make. I have it somewhere around here.
Zool and Thora got down in the library just studying. Very
I mean,
reading.
is there any point to going to an external library? Because I think Amara said that this place pretty much had all books.
Oh yeah, she has a large, extensive library. So the actual books in here are actually from worldly accounts compared to anything that she's created as well. So yeah, the library in here is pretty massive. How she got them, nobody's asked. But yes.
I feel like having access to this is a mistake.
I would like to use some of the. I would like to make a warhammer out of the dragon bone. Some of the dragon bone that I have. Noctis' bone.
If it's easier to change one rather than make one, I have a spare warhammer.
No, I'm making one for the purpose of seeing something.
Okay. So you're going to be working on doing that for a while then. Let's see. Making warhammers.
Typically, I want to make my warhammer in the 40k variety.
I should hit you for that.
Boo.
Boo.
So y'all are haters.
Yes.
You go into the actual work area to work on that instead of the actual library area.
No. I have my own work area, so it's fine.
Okay.
I have my own little thing.
So you're gonna be working as everybody else is trying to read. I mean, the library is extensive though. They can be in different rooms, but yeah. But all right. So
Illis go up. No, but that's being inconsiderably loud. Oh, I'm sorry. Am I bugging you? You know, you know, I could go away, but you could also get fucking stabbed again.
I'd say no one can get in here without her permission, but we've seen that that's not entirely true.
So I'm going to say, as far as that we have y'all studying, you're reading, trying to get up on the Intendencia, which I think you have heard that Intendencia gives, I think I told you in a different session, right? What, like Intendencia can send certain whispers.
I believe you did. That does sound familiar.
Because she heard the whisper of the warning, right? It was the warning. Let me see.
It was somebody told her to find their sister, and it was in some kind of tomb.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, I think we went over that part as far as her sister being Nawalia and Silver City. Which, if she would be reading more, she would find out that the Silver City is actually back in the continent y'all came from, in South Angoria, in the considered to exist above the mountains, the Polarian Mountains of the city of Polaria, which is the capital city of the humans. Nawalia basically has the best library in probably be in Illis's mind, because it's the library of Nawalia that has just endless and infinite amount of books in there that seems hardly ever ending. And the goddess Nawalia is said to reside there. It's one of the few goddesses that actually resides on the actual, not necessarily her full form, but her avatar is constantly living on the actual world of Solar. And it is said that she is constantly writing in her book the procession of time and knowledge that's constantly happening in the world of Solar. So all events that are happening, she's usually writing them down on her books.
After my own heart.
Okay.
And for sure, as far as Zool was reading, I had sent you that information. So the general knowledge of the Fae, as far as D&D goes, that's what he would at least learn more about, versus the ones that he learned a little bit about as far as the named ones on Solar. Without any other information, if he's making, if he's still reading on that, he can roll me another history check. Jesus, 24. So if without knowing the actual name when they were introduced, he would read about the appearance of one of the archfays, and he would learn let me copy this name and paste it there. So Nixessa is a archfey that he would learn about. Indeed, a princess from the Glooming Court, and the appearance is dead on to the person that you have probably seen in the Meridian. It is a fae that pretty much is delighted just about by nearly everything out there, but one of the few faes that cannot lie, and also could be one of the most dangerous faes in the world of Solar, because her ability to grant wishes. And so she has certain signature powers. She's been known to steal the face of people. She can just touch people's faces and steal their face, and what's left behind is more of just an empty canvas, depending on whose face she steals. If she's owed something, she will collect payment on it. And she has certain powers to actually draw out truths, so hardly anything that can be hidden from her. Some people, there's certain stories that you're reading that she's been angered before. She can just outright suspend a person entirely outside of time, making them unaging, unchanging, and just making them stay utterly still. If somebody were to anger her, and she would decide to curse them with that. But her face is said to be really beautiful and youthful, but seems almost pale and porcelain smooth. But she is said to stand, she crouches, but at full length she stands about 10 feet tall. But yes, she is known to do favors. And one of the main things she wants to do is, from what you read recent accounts, to gain her kingdom back. So that's what Zul would have found out upon reading more, and would have stumbled upon this image or appearance of the person that they saw in the Meridian.
I'm assuming it would have like some semi-updated-ish, maybe, like thing that she originally looked like, but doesn't look like anymore.
They don't have too much, like the appearances described, but it doesn't say the details of the face. The only thing that you would probably find out is that has more like Black Widow-like fingers. Whatever appearance that she has seen, where she crouches, there's certain maybe little drawings of looks like a spider leg kind of dripping out of her dress that looks very long and creepy. But aside from that, it doesn't really say you have any other appearance, especially with the face. The face doesn't seem to have as much detail, except for just being described as what it is there.
Yeah, like you said, she more or less can take the faces of others, and they just leave them as a husk.
Yeah.
And you said this is like me reading this. I'm more or less putting two and two together that the lady that I've seen is starting to coincide with this detail.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely making that connection.
Honestly, you said spider leg, and I instantly was like, burn it all to hell. Just no. But I was like, they're in here, right?
They probably pass by here and there, yeah. Not necessarily the same room, but similar room. But I'll say that they pass by every so often because it's all interlinked.
Like, we can look at it as this thing has like multiple floors. So if anything, he's on one of the more we're not gonna say exclusive, but like more the things that have higher-ish knowledge. Because like you're gonna find like basics for Fae on like I don't know, like general fucking information. But for like things like this, I feel like would be more.
Well, it does have sections of the rooms where you would find them and stuff.
You know what Harry Potter is? How they had the that whole forbidden fucking part of the library.
I've actually never watched Harry Potter, so. but the way that these are, yeah, they have like
what I mean.
Yeah, well, these are just different. Like all these where y'all at currently, there's like dozens of other rooms like these, and they're connected by these doors that are on the left and right, and then also top and bottom. So basically, y'all would walk.
Doctor Strange. There's a movie that I've seen where there's books in the basement, but like some of them are chained up and like you're not supposed to read it, but a kid steals one of the books. I can't remember the fucking movie, but that's kind of what this reminds me of. Like there's certain ancient knowledge that like we would probably be able to have access to, but like if she deems it worthy, but would keep it, more or less secluded somewhere.
If she would have anything like that, she'd probably actually keep it to herself. Most of these right here are actually pretty open to everyone. She's nonchalant. Yeah.
Like anything that doesn't deem, she'd keep it to herself. But like, pretty sure at some point we would, if she deems us worthy or whatever, she'll probably share that knowledge with us. Currently, she can't share a lot because things are happening. I was just gonna say, if it's multiple floors, the only thing that these people would see is just Aurora going back and forth between floors, bringing him books, taking books back, so on and so forth.
Yeah, that's.
But at some point, if he stumbles upon Illith, because again, no offense to the rest of the group, MR is currently, indisposed, but he would relay the information that he knows about the Fae and things like that to Illith, being the other smart person in the group.
All right.
Bro, these ads are getting on my damn.
We'll make notes.
So that information that I just explained would be relayed to Illith.
Yeah, the one.
Interestingly enough,
if we're going to go to one of their events, we should probably warn the others to be careful.
And but this time Ziri was just has done reading books and stuff and looks over at Thorag and is like, Thorag, are you okay?
Huh? Yes.
You seem to be zoning out.
Why are you breaking the fourth wall, Siri? No, Thorag goes,
Baby.
Oh, I'm just getting old, dear.
Ah, yes,
Thinking
old.
of home.
And says,
Thinking of...
Interesting.
Yes.
And she
My
said,
internet.
I want to go and visit outside. Would you like to go with me?
Oh. Yeah. Hesitates for a second, thinking of the very creepy woman, Fey woman. And yes. Were you going to go near the bar or what?
Oh,
Where
wait, there's a
perhaps
bar?
would you be
Oh, yes,
interested?
I want to go to the bar.
Oh,
I haven't had good drink in a while.
do?
I haven't.
Okay.
Me, you can drink. I know you like drink. Me, you can drink at bar, and I can see this place I hear people talking about.
I want to. This is very important, William. Can I make a roll to see if I remember a bookshop or something that Siri would be interested in to distract her?
Please.
Let me see. If you walked out, actually roll me a perception if you would have actually seen it since you went straight to the wagon. So
Yeah, no.
Good wagon with a G.
Give me an out, please. Thank you. Thank you for this chance at escape.
Oh, 20.
Yes.
All right. So you would, as you walked out, you would have noticed that as you walked out the Meridian, the street was like a promenade, and you would have seen a bookshop a little bit more to the north side of the street.
That's very kind of you, Sir. I actually noticed a bookshop on the way. I wonder if they have some things that perhaps tomorrow doesn't.
And she looks with bright eyes. Oh, bookshop. Yes, I want to look at bookshop. Oh, this very, very nice. I've never been to the North Cities, what kind of writing that they do. You know, everybody writes in a different way. Everybody has some sort of culture, and she just goes deep into the explanations of the way that people write and the cultures and how they're influenced as she starts walking and kind of starts pulling you by the arm. And she kind of tries to wrap a tail around your arm and starts walking with you.
Thorag goes with, and is actually stroking his beard as he's kind of wondering himself, now that he's distracted himself as well. It's like, I wonder if they have anything of Dwarven text there. I wonder if Dwarven texts have gotten this far.
And she's like, just...
and he kind of says as he goes, oh, we're going to the bookshop, in the main promenade. It's, and names it because he saw it in passing.
As Ziri, if she passes past Illis and stuff, she'll say, Illis, would you like to go and read books at the bookshop that Thoreg is taking me to?
Since she has pretty much found what she was looking for, she will shut the book she is currently fingering through. Actually, that sounds lovely.
And she says, oh, this is so nice. We're finally going out somewhere. I haven't seen the cities in Hexa. Well, I guess where they say Hexa. Yes, we were going to Hexa Landing. And we had the secret thing happen. And then she like wraps an arm around you while keeping the tail wrapped around Thorag. And then she just kind of starts leading y'all very excitedly to the bookstore as she's moving forward.
God bless this woman.
I guess, Nobu, if you were following Illis as she was moving around and closed the book, you will notice
she sneaks off without telling him.
Good luck.
You notice that, they're walking away now.
All right, I pack my stuff up and I go. But how far did I get into making that?
Oh, I mean, you're just barely starting if you're making a hammer.
Gotcha. I'm making a small little war hammer about a size enough to fit out of a dwarven hands.
Okay. Yeah, it'd still be it takes a little while to create things still, so.
Yeah, no, I was just seeing how far I got.
I mean, you would have been here about maybe like less than, well, somewhere around an hour or so that y'all been doing all this. Because y'all just been doing a lot of reading, research and such. And then Amara was upstairs and then Cersei was having his conversation. And then Mr. Hermes is about to go and exploring the city. So, yeah, about an hour or so.
All right.
And I'm going to copy y'all then. As does Zul wish to join in this escapade, or will he be staying? Where's my map?
If you're talking to me, I'm sorry, I'm eating. Give me a second.
All right, let's see here. Bam.
Sorry, I got hungry and I have food next to me.
No worries. I usually forget to eat. I gotta go eat afterwards. All right.
You guys are
Yeah,
like
but I
damn
forget
nurses.
people in the house yell at me.
Right?
Do what now? What do you say about eating?
Me and Illith
I
are
don't eat. People in the house yell at me.
me and Illith are bonding
Grumbling
over how
under our
nurses.
breath.
Yeah.
Oh.
Like, God damn it, nurses! Eat your bloody meals. Take your meal break. No, I got a chart. I got a medicine. Got to give it. You can wait 5 minutes to shove some food in your mouth.
Damn. All right.
You think that, but I was gonna say, yeah. If anything, he probably would just follow.
He would follow him. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent.
Because he's learning. He knows a decent amount of information about this. Oh God. The image in my head is just so unnerving. The very lanky lady.
Yes.
Makes my stomach churn. I hate it. Like, the picture that you posted was a lot better than that.
It was.
The lanky lady.
But he's more going, as they're walking, he's more just gonna keep relaying any new information that he finds to Illith.
All right. So y'all going to... Whoa, what was that?
That might be my thing breaking. Not 100%.
So y'all are heading over to the quiet ledger. Over here is where I'm going to put y'all. Bam. So y'all head this way. As y'all are actually walking, y'all do see all sorts of people starting to gather a little bit more. You actually see well-dressed people, possibly nobles that are walking and having their snooty look as Ziri just happily smiles at them. If y'all want to, anybody can if y'all are just paying attention, if anybody's paying attention, y'all can roll insight or perception if y'all wish, if y'all take any interest to the crowd. That's Ziri.
Insight, you say.
Ziri just moving on forward, all happy. Ooh, I can't wait to see what they have here. You know, I've heard of the culture here. I've read, because, you know, we're from North in Korea and stuff. But yeah, you know, they're very, very interesting different aspects why the three kingdoms in the Skira Empire are fighting, as she's explaining as she walks about. 17. Ooh. So.
And a 31.
God.
I love how you go 17 and it's like, Illith got a 31. Don't be pedantic to me. Don't do this.
You, Mr. Thorag, will notice that as she is walking, when y'all were led by Aaron here, you would understand that this city is also a city of slavery. You had seen, it's not as common as possibly any other cities y'all have heard of, but there is slavery here. And they're actually dependent, almost, how would I explain? Almost like, oh, I forgot what culture we had in our world. But depending on the clothing that they have, from no clothing all the way up to particles or articles of clothing and stuff, it depends on the stature. So y'all might have seen something like that off in the distance. And as you actually didn't notice any sort of tieflings as you were walking, Mr. Thorag. And you start to notice that there's people actually starting to look and point as Ziri as she is starting to walk forward. And and Illith, you with that roll are able to gain the sense that all these stairs are locked onto Ziri. You see some of these nobles talking and whispering, and you gain the sense that their interest is completely on Ziri. Some of the males probably are having more sinister looks to them than anything else. And then as this is happening, you just gain the sense that it's not in a good way as Ziri keeps walking forward and seems to be gaining the attraction of a lot of people when she pulls you all together. And
if any of them happen to make eye contact with Illith, these ooglers, they would get a very unkind look.
a lot, well, one or two might, but they kind of look away, but they still whisper. I mean, you can't hear what they're talking about. And you also see some of the common folk, they're kind of just walking by, but they're not really interested in her because they're just common folk that seem to be talking by and stuff. And you actually see one group of people walk up to you. They seem to be female and male nobles. They have what seems to be like a group of people, but these people seem to be helping them out, like maybe carrying their stuff. They don't seem to be like a slave or anything like that. Maybe actual caretakers for them, or whatever you call them, the attendants. And one of them actually walks over to Thorag and is like, "Ooh, Melissa. And where did you find this beautiful specimen?"
How? Imagine Thorax had, like, I don't think he cares. Would
I was like, as they're gonna walk up and they're gonna instantly talk to Thorag, so we're just gonna kind of look up at him and be like, "Excuse me, what specimen?"
And the man looks over to Ziri and is like, "No, this one right here. Oh, very rare here in the Empire. We don't really get many exotic, let's say, slaves here." Ziri kind of lifts an eyebrow.
Okay, hold up. The moment you say slave, and this is going to be a bit new for everybody else, he's going to get very protective, so he's going to stand in front of her and kind of like push her behind him. And he's just going to start, not necessarily like, what is that? He's going to give off his aura of like, if you call her a slave again, he will pretty much either thunderbolt you or he's going to fireball you in the mouth type of temper.
Roll. Oh, go.
Thorag's going to casually put his as he says that, Thorag is casually putting his hand on his warhammer and is going to say, rather sternly and without any of the friendliness he usually says, goes, "Sir, she is our traveling companion, not a slave. I suggest you leave."
He like looks over at the rest and some of the females. They're looking like surprised, and they're like, "Ooh, a traveling companion here? I've never heard of such a thing. Sorry, my apologies and mistake." And Ziri is kind of like looking. She kind of lifts an eyebrow, confused, furls her eyebrows. "Hey, me slave? I'm not slave. I mean..."
Zor's just gonna reach behind him and just kind of pet her on the head to just kind of get her to not continue talking.
No, Ziri, let's go enjoy our books. Let's go enjoy those books that we want to go see.
Oh, of course. Strangeness here. Oh, I mean, I know about them having that
Different
culture.
cultures, dear. Different cultures.
And as y'all leave, just start walking. You see them just kind of standing there, looking, and then they go back to each walking and just talking and conversing amongst each other. And you just hear them as they talk. It's like, what a bunch of rude people. Whatever is wrong with
Roommates
them.
are looking at Ziri and not Nobu.
I do love how...
That means there's something up with that little bitch.
Well, no, I think they're considered a exotic. I don't want to say delicacy. That sounds awful, but you know what I'm saying.
Oh, that is...
The looks they were giving her
connotation.
say everything.
That's fucked up, my dear. Oh,
Isn't she a
no.
tiefling?
The way they were looking at her is all I'm saying.
Isn't she a tiefling?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And well, y'all would notice that y'all walking. Y'all, like in other cities, y'all have seen tieflings here and there, passing by or such. But here, you have not seen a single tiefling at all whatsoever. And yeah, she keeps walking. It's mainly the higher, like dressed, well-dressed, wealthy-looking people that look over at her. Some of the common folk might look over, but they really don't pay attention because most of them just are not wealthy enough to be in that category of owning slaves and such. But eventually, y'all do arrive over at the Quiet Ledger, and as y'all walk in, indeed, it's a beautiful little bookshop. You see a female walking around tending to some of the customers as they're asking various questions, and there's actually a shop with it that where it seems to be selling maybe some teas and other drinks and such. People sitting outside reading, as kids are actually running about playing, and it's more like a little park area off in the distance, and it's very peaceful and chill here, basically. And Ziri would just look at the books, start looking around, flips through some of the books and looks over at Illis. It's like, ooh, Illis, look at this right here. History of the Empire. It's very interesting, is it not? I think I've read a little bit, but most of my reading and knowledge has come from the Free Kingdoms. It's quite interesting to be in the place where, well, Free Kingdoms are fighting against. I really don't take political side. I am more of a kindred spirit with taking no sides and neutrality is my what do you say, position?
That's adorable. I love it.
I don't know if Ila's responds to that or not, but yeah, that's what she's saying.
Sorry. How much does have Illith read about this empire? Because I assume it's pretty mysterious, but
really, I don't think any of y'all have heard very much, except for maybe Aaron, maybe Zool. If Zool ever, well, I don't know where Zool met Aaron. I think he met Zool. You met Aaron more in the southern continent, not in the northern. But I will say that if you had been traveling for a while, Ziri would know quite a bit, but she's never been in it. From what you're able to pick up, but because y'all were traveling,
Zool would know what little information if Aaron shared any of the northern with him or not. Like, that's entirely up to him.
Yeah, and it also depends how I don't know if the Saurians would have slaves or anything similar to that. But here, they would know if Aaron shared anything, Zool might know, and what Ziri might have said in pieces as y'all were traveling to Hexa Landing, she might have gave some information about the Skira Empire being the empire that wants to take over the rest of the North Continent. They believe completely in slavery, be it anything from pleasure slaves all the way up to labor slaves, and the barbarians that y'all saved are the ones
pleasure
who are
slaves. Ooh, I'm kidding.
yeah, that's what they were looking at.
But they also, the barbarians that have been fighting them, like the Cuthwolf clans, they're both against the Free Kingdoms and the Askira, but the tribe of Mother are the ones that are more in contact and linked with the Free Kingdoms, but completely are closer to the borders of the Askira Empire. They have more of their people kidnapped and stolen and made into slaves, but the Askira Empire also have slaves of elves and humans, dwarves, anything that basically, if they do not have papers and they're in the kingdom, they could rightfully be taken as slaves. Depending if they're also enemies of the kingdom. That's why a lot of people and elves and such that work with the Free Kingdoms are taken as slaves. However, if Zool would have known anything, if Aaron, I don't know if he would have. You know what? We'll go by dice roll. Zool, you can roll me a history. And just let me know where it is and I'll roll mine. What's the little added? Oh gosh,
28.
there's no way they... Okay, never mind. I say if Aaron would have said anything as y'all were traveling here is that, yes, tieflings and maybe other... because it's a human continent, the more attractiveness of a human complexion and appearance and such that there is, they're considered, for the pleasure stuff, more for... compared to a lot of males are used for labor, but there are a lot of females as well who will take on males. In fact, there's a culture of tiefling males who are, I think Illis met one back in Duskwood, that are very handsome males that are kind of this opposite of the certain barbarian clans that they help females. But here, they'll be kidnapped if they're found, and also... other types of race, perhaps even what do they call them? Asimars.
Asimars.
Yeah, there we go. Asimars will be taken as well because of the some of them having that beauty aspect. But aside from that, tieflings are also an exotic taste here.
So Rimva, you don't have to worry because you're ugly.
Damn. Valid, but damn.
That's rude.
Fucking rude.
But yeah, that's what Zool would probably know and stuff. But Zeri is over here. But yeah, I don't know if Illis was going to respond to that or not. But yeah, that's what she's saying. Kind of flipping through books and such.
Well, I understand taking the neutral ground. I find it hard to follow some of the core beliefs of this society.
And she's like, "Oh yes, no, I don't.
She's gonna be so distracted.
I don't follow the culture here either. They believe in all kinds of strangeness. They want full power here. They believe in one emperor. They believe in only following the emperor's beliefs. So they want to take over the rest of Free Kingdom, and then they want to go and I don't know, expand to the rest of the world. Well, I don't think it will ever happen."
Sounds annoyingly familiar.
Oh yes, do you have that type of people? Do you have an empire in your world or your continent?
There's a reason I left, and she'll pat her on the shoulder.
Oh, I see. And she looks over and say, "Well, I would love to know more about it if you ever want to sit down and speak. It seems that nobody likes to speak with me. I don't know why. I try to be very nice, but I don't think they like me very nice."
I was like, with Zool being within ear range, he's gonna be like, "That's not true."
Is Nobu within ear range?
I mean, all of y'all are inside this like...
You see a sharp look from Ilith, because I can tell, I can feel it.
I'm about to say something. I just look away.
Yeah, I mean, all of y'all are in ear range because you're in this little bookstore. It's not little, but yeah.
I just had to make sure.
Yeah.
What's that one meme? I mean, no, I like you to do. What heard about? I don't.
Man. Too much Hermes was Nick probably would have made a comment.
I think everyone's just been very busy lately.
And she looks over and she says, "Oh, okay. Well, I just want to make sure I don't not annoy people. It's very strange group you travel with, and I try to liven mood everywhere I go. And they seem to keep secrets like Ocean. I don't know how you're gonna keep secret of Ocean either. Ocean is everywhere. For our new friend, you say?"
Sure, we can call him that.
God damn it!
So great. It's great when you make new friends. I would like to sit down with him and ask him questions and see what he is about for your continent as well.
That would be up to him.
And she'll continue after that. It's like nods and she continues reading, and then for Mr. Hermes, we're gonna jump over to you really quick.
Oh boy.
There we are. Bam. Bam. There you are. as you were heading south. And the more south you go, you eventually start leaving the Trinity Street area. And you notice that there are no more shops out in this area. The further you go, it just starts moving more into some businesses here and there that deal more possibly with clothing and maybe with just food-wise. But nothing still with magic shops around here. Depending how far he wants to go, mainly just turning into a neighborhood and people just going about getting their chores done and such.
If it turns into more of a clothing district and more of a like living, I'll probably turn around and trying to find that either some sort of magic potion or herbal.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me. And you're just walking around, so just go ahead and roll me a either a perception, perception check, I think would be what you're looking for. Dirty 20. All right. Eventually, as you are walking, there is groups of people that you're walking by, but you start to see that there is one particular person who starts to notice you. It's a female. And in fact, with her, you also notice that there's two sentinels with her. Basically what looks to be like armored knights in a sense. So the sentinels would look like this guy right here. Let me put him in there. And then, what the heck? Can I click on that? There you go. That should pop up on the screen, I think.
Yeah, I see him.
Okay, so that's what it looks like, and you see this female with those two, which is this lady here. I don't know if that popped up or not. Bam! Well, it's not doing it. There we go.
She's there.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So she's looking and starts walking over to you, like completely not paying attention to anybody else. And but anyway, as she's walking to you, is there anything that you're going to do?
I'm gonna try and pay her or act like I'm paying her no mind and like try to walk past.
And she actually moves to stand in front of you.
God damn it.
As these sentinels move in front, and you see some of the people start just kind of like a wave of like a river being split, they like move aside and start making a lot of room around you, not getting close to her at all. And
can I help you?
Says, she looks down at you, and she says, looks over to one of the sentinels and looks back down at you. I'm afraid this is a fraction of what I felt. I don't believe we have gathered all of them. Hello, traveler. I take it that you are not from Hexa Landing, since what I am sensing from you is that you are an outsider, yes?
Oh, yes.
And she says, have you traveled here with others?
Possibly. Why might you be seeking me? Or anybody else?
You have a sense about you. You traveled here to great magic, yes?
Yes.
Says, usually when there are outsiders, they're supposed to be checked at the borders before they enter into the walls of Hexa Landing. There are reasons for this, and the mists of Hexa usually does not allow any sort of magical teleportations or travel aside from the divine powers of the gods to let people ingress. So I am curious as how did you accomplish this? So if you don't mind, would you kindly accompany us to our office?
I'm gonna send a message to Illith. Just like, might have a little bit of an issue.
Sorry, that gift fucking sold me.
You're welcome.
What kind of issue?
Being questioned on why we're here. Because apparently outsiders aren't allowed.
Oh well, that
Swear.
would get awkward.
Yes. As this lady is still looking at Hermes for an answer, it's like, I promise it will be just some questions that we have. It's not very, let's just say, will not take long. So as long as the questions are answered truthfully.
You do realize you make it really hard to trust when you come walking up to somebody random.
Get away from me.
I look at the two heavily armored entities behind her. Packing heat.
Packing heat.
She lifts an eyebrow. You must understand that I do not know who you are, and you are in our city, visiting, as you said. So, we are under certain guidelines that we must adhere to, and I am the one who must keep those guidelines. I must vet every person that may enter into our realm. You do understand, should this had happened in your own, do you not have people that make sure that citizens are protected, yes?
If people came to my home, I don't think they would be staying very long.
I see. And are you planning to stay very long here?
Hopefully not.
What is your business here?
We have come to gather information and possibly I'm going to start watching carefully for the two that is trying to close in. And I'm going to be ready to bolt if they try to grab me at all.
You see this lady as she's looking at you, and her eyes seem normal, but they also start taking on more of a grayish sense to them. And she keeps looking and says, we do not mean harm, as long as you do not mean harm to our city, but I must be very precautious. Because you have not said if you would kindly go with us. But this is fine. I suppose that I must have given you the wrong impression. I suppose I can tell you that you do not have a choice but to go with us. And
it's never a good thing to tell somebody.
And you see her eyes just suddenly completely go gray. And anything magical that you have, or any kind of magic that's on you, completely dies.
Oop.
Oh.
Damn!
Good thing you're a monkey, can blitz out of there.
I was about to say,
Too bad you didn't send us your location.
She says, it is that we are also being very cautious for what is happening. Certain things in the world, powerful things that are not able to pierce through the mist of Hexa. And then you are here somehow.
Certainly.
And I have tracked that essence. But I feel that I am missing still the greater part of the essence. There is more elements in the city, and I feel and she thins her eyes that there
You
are
are
more in
questioning.
the Trinity area. Who are
You
your
are
friends?
She's not gonna let you talk. This is great. This bitch is good.
Show me that I can trust by stopping your inability to nullify magics, and we can go and have a talk.
And
Trust goes two ways.
she smiles and says, I still believe that you do not understand. I do not trust you at all. Not one bit, because you are an outsider. So,
And I fully understand that. But if you want to be diplomatic, we can.
there's no diplomatic speak here. You must tell
There
me
is.
that. And she looks back, and then she kind of looks over at these, one of the sentinels, and the sentinel nods. Ah, there they are. And she says, now I know where they are. Your friends are indeed in the Trinity area. And she like closes her eyes and then thinks for a while. We're going to now visit your friends. You will come willingly, or shall we drag you?
I cannot hear what you just said.
She says, we are now going to visit your friends. You will come willingly, or shall we drag you?
You gotta catch me to do that. And I'm going to step in the wind and fly towards the carriage.
Oh no.
It's and Step by the Wind is not magic, correct?
No, that is monk.
I'm pretty sure that's yeah.
That is my monk
Okay.
ability.
What is the Step of the Wind and speed on it?
It makes my Step of the Wind just goes off of my movement, and because of my subclass, I sprout wings, and I'm going to dash past her, or dash up around her, and go and flying towards the group.
Okay, you said carriage first. So are you going to the group or the carriage?
I imagine that they're not far away from the carriage.
And debatable.
And depending on how fast
Guess
she
you'll find out.
is, I can easily get a message once I'm out of her range of nullification.
Depends on how big her fucking range can be.
Let's see here.
Look, worst possible thing to happen if I have to.
I
All you're gonna hear is the word "fucking boys" and just expect something to get blown up in the distance.
I do think this is the actual size.
Actually, Illith would have gotten a pain if she lost access to one of her infusions.
I don't think she can actually tell where things are.
She cannot.
Wouldn't she be able to notice if she's lost an infusion?
Yeah, I think you can notice if you lose an infusion, but not the location. Yeah, I think this is actual. So if this is actual size.
All she got is we have a problem, and then radio silence.
Let's see. Right there.
Oh, my fucking back.
This will be easier.
Like I said, worst case scenario, you're just gonna hear boys and just see random buildings getting blown up.
So wherever she's looking would be in a cone. So
pretty sure you can make that into a cone, can't you?
there we go. So she's that.
Is that 180?
I can easily fly past that.
There we go. So, and what's your speed?
So, let's see. Base is 55 plus dash. That's 110 plus raptor agility. Which would be 165. And would I also get my bonus to dash?
I think you would. But either way, aside from just trying to do anything, she's going to just watch as you, I guess, flutter by.
She's going to see astral dragon wings sprout, and I'm going to fly past her.
Because that would be chi power, I think, right? I think. Let me see.
Because I don't think the dragon wings counts as magic. I want to say they're astral, unless they're actual.
I want to say that it's technically an innate ability, so it's a U ability, so it's not technically magical.
It's spectral dragon wings.
There be shit. It just describes them.
Yeah, because if anything that's powered by ki, it won't be affected by anti-magic. But if it's anything else that's not ki, then it would be...
It is not... I just looked it up. It is not affected by anti...
Okay, cool. All right, that's what I was trying to see. So, yeah. All right. So she's going to watch as you fly. So you can move your token. So it should be the actual distance of what you're doing there.
Yeah, it should be just right on the edge, so I would be maybe able to get there and...
Let me see how far that is.
All you get is the ping. Help!
Oh, 180. You're still in it, but for her...
Because that's just... I think that's all the full movement.
What the heck? It's not 90 feet. Let's see. That's... There we go. Bam.
Oh, God.
Dang it. Why doesn't it do... Ugh. Alright, it's alright. I'll just move them normal, I guess. Bam. Supposed to have higher than that, but it's not... It's all messed up right there. Alright, so she just moves and walks forward, keeping an eye on you. So I suspect that you're going to be moving. But before we do that, before we jump back to Mr. Xerxes here, Phyllis, you would have had that, I guess, the voice of Hermes in your mind before it went blank. Does Phyllis do anything else?
Let's see. I think the only other one here that has an infusion is Nobu. So she is going to... I assume they're all like sitting at a table together.
Well, I don't know about Nobu, but because Nobu is kind of... It's hard for him to kind of... People are not necessarily freaking out around him like other cities, but at the same time that he does gain some attention because he's so big and people have to move around the little areas when they're trying to get to books.
Valid.
So I guess to everybody else except for Nobu.
She would try to, as lowly as she can, tell people what just happened. Hermes said he might be in some trouble, and then I felt the infusion I had, assumably on him, just cease.
So, bitch. Headset's dying.
Oh, well, maybe he's dead.
Maybe he died.
Wow.
Fuck that guy.
Such loving comrades we have. Oh,
Did anyone
smart
hear
heart.
where he was going before he left?
Did he ever tell anybody where he's going?
I don't think he did. Actually. Did he?
No.
I don't think so. No.
Shit. I thought I remembered somebody being like, I'm going here in passing, but I guess that wasn't him. Okay.
Nah, he pulled a Fina.
Oh,
I just
all
went-
right.
I just went strolling around. Because
Enjoy
everyone else was
dying.
fucking busy.
Man, the last time somebody did this was me, and I'm pretty sure it killed a bunch of people.
Perhaps we should head back towards the cart. Maybe he will meet us there, hopefully. Maybe.
Ziri's like, oh yes, maybe that's very, very interesting. And she says, I'm going to buy these books really quick, and then I shall join you going back to the cart. And she like,
I don't think you should be left here alone.
and she says, oh, okay, well then I'm going to purchase books really quickly. And then she like runs over to the counter.
Is she smaller than the counter, or is she like?
Oh no,
height of the
she's regular height. She's regular height.
Okay.
Yeah. But
I don't know, because in some places a counter, like you can be like the average size, and that counter still be fucking towering over you.
yeah. No, but she's regular human size. But yeah, no, the counter is not that big. It's a waist, a little bit higher than waist.
I seen 666 feet. Who did it?
I was just checking how far the distance is. I don't think Hermes' eyes would be able to see that far.
By this time, Hermes, you can move another dash. But yeah, by the time she returns, yeah, y'all can start heading back if y'all want, and I'll put y'all actually right there in the corner if y'all heading back. With crowds of people still there, because she would move another. She's not counting it correctly, but we're just gonna say.
Yeah,
Due to earlier events, as they're walking, Zol's gonna keep like his hand on Ziri's shoulder, and occasionally, look around because, yeah, well, I'm not dealing with that again.
And she looks over at your hand. Oh, hey. And she just smiles as she has her books and stuff. These are going to be very interesting. I find the cultures and more diplomatic ideas of conversations in these books here, in the history of the different emperors. She like just keeps walking nonchalant, talking to Zul as he puts the hand on her shoulder. At this point, we're going to go back to Xerxes before we figure out what's going to happen there. Xerxes.
We're going to meet him halfway.
You are. Whoa, there we go. Xerxes, you were about to be introduced by
Oh
Vesper.
my god, I forgot Aaron's still in this bitch.
Let me see, where is oh, there she is. You were about to be introduced to Miss Nexa. I cannot pronounce her name, but
I know, that's why I was like, I did not want to try to butcher the fuck out of that name.
I always come up
If
with
anything,
these
just
weird
call her
names.
Nick.
It's okay.
Just call her Nyx. Above table, just call her Nyx. In game, your best.
But anyway, unless
Okay,
Xerxes to do anything else, that's where Vesper is going to
Yes,
lead you
Miss
to. Oh, sorry. Did you
Say it
something?
again. Unless what?
Oh, unless Xerxes is going to do anything else, that's where Vesper is leading him to.
Other than the thing that we talked about, which I'm assuming we could just talk to our amongst ourselves before going up to her. No, that would be it. Just right up to her.
Janet. Meanwhile,
Oh,
Aaron's
let me make
getting
sure
drunk
on
by the
that.
son of a bitch.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Oh my god, it disappeared.
So technically,
I
it would
forgot.
go a little bit further.
He technically counts as one of the infusions. It's gonna dawn on her, it may be him.
Wait, what?
She gave Xerxes her
Her bark.
her bark.
That counts.
It's not an infusion, it's a focus, but it can it's what can communicate with all the focus or all the infusions.
Oh.
Giraffles. I'm gonna call you Giraffles.
Okay.
And Vesper just kind of picks the name and just like walks over and says, she says, all right, remember, as she whispers to you, favors can be quite dangerous as well, especially with the Fae folk. And she walks up and says, Nixessa, I would like to introduce you to a friend of mine. My dear bard friend, Dravels, and he shall be playing tonight at my wonderful, well, let's just say a reunion of friends that I have invited. And she smiles. And he is rather a beautiful conductor of so many different musics. I'm sure that you have heard. I think I heard that you had taken some interest. Of course, I hear everything in my club. And, Travels, this is, Nixessa. Nixessa, this is Travels. And she looks over, and Nixessa is like, oh, yes! The pod!
Oh, God.
I am so happy. Travels is your name? Ah, it's a pleasure to meet you. And her big spidery fingers reach out to you for a handshake.
I'm going to apologize now to everybody, but this is just what he does. He's going to reach out and grasp her hand lightly and bow and kiss her hand.
As you bow and kiss her hand, she's like, oh, such etiquette. And she then grabs you with her other hand and wraps around like a ball of leg spiders around you, or around your hand. It's like, oh,
It's everything you imagine.
such etiquette.
I
love this bod. And she's like, so, I think I was speaking to one of your friends. He was saying that you might be interesting after all to play at my court. Yes, I can repay with a favor. I think they were seeking. And Vesper, before you say anything, Vesper will like smile at you and says, oh, this is nice. I shall leave you two darlings to it. If you need anything, feel free to ask Charles for any drinks. And she smiles at both of you, and she'll start walking away unless anybody stops her. But at that point, she goes back over here, and then she'll jump back to her piano eventually and starts playing some nice gothic melodic music as you are here with your large friend now.
I hate it
So-
here.
You could describe it so many better ways than that.
Yep.
Friend is a strong word.
And she says, what can Nixessa do for you? Mm-hmm. And she like, you see like a large,
Not
like,
you, fucking
she
Herbert.
unwraps slowly, like, her fingers from your hand, and you see one finger almost like reach toward your face. Such interesting face you have. So unique, and so many teeth. Lovely.
This will be involuntary, but Xerxes will uncontrollably go as she starts touching his face.
But she won't touch it, but she gets near it. But she's like, she seems to not take notice, and just kind of like her eyes are just kind of lingering over the face before she has some awareness rove back over them and says, and smiles, basically waiting for any reply. And then she kind of stretches high to her 10-foot tall form and just smiling down at you as she curls her hands kind of around themselves and just wiggling them as she waits.
My lady, as you have stated, it has been brought to my attention that you wish for my services to be present at your court. I have returned to discuss this matter in length, especially if one as important as yourself is deeming to offer a favor in return.
And as you say that, she shoots back down into her like 9-foot form and her face right up next to yours.
Yes, favors is what I do. I love doing favors for friends.
And her face is just right up next to you, and she curls her hands into balls really around, and she's just like massaging her hands.
Yes, tell me. What is it?
And the Ursula vibe just spiked to 100, and I want to die.
I swear to God.
Valid.
Talk about one hell of a theater of the mind in that picture.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
It would appear that the friends that you've spoken of earlier, they may have already brought to your attention the favor in which they ask.
An audience with the elusive queen, yes?
It seems that the favor I have is quite similar to theirs. The only change I would like to make is that the audience be given to the group as a whole, but I would like to speak to her privately if possible.
Oh, you wish to speak with the queen privately? Oh, that is most powerful ask. It is something that you really wish for?
As long as this group gets what they're seeking, and they are not present when I speak to the queen, yes, this is something I require.
You require or you wish, my friend?
And you see her fingers just start lingering on your head, almost like a cage, but it's not like really touching. It's not really touching his head, but she looks very excited when she asks that question.
Above table, I have extensive knowledge on the Fae, and everything that this thing has said to me is red flag, red flag, red flag, red flag. In this moment, without unless you want me to do a roll for it, is there anything she's giving that's giving off a red flag to Xerxes right now as telling her what I'm looking for would be a mistake, other than what Vesper already said?
You can roll a insight. You can either do insight or history.
Oh. Yeah, we're gonna go insight. 16.
Vesper just mentioned favors and to be very careful with the Fae. This one particularly, you can notice that even though you said request, that her red flag probably is on the question that she wants you to answer.
Yeah,
she seems to really be poking if you wish it to happen, not necessarily asking for a favor to happen. So that's what Xerxes would pick up on. So she's just, her eyes, her face, especially because she snapped down toward your face as soon as you asked for a favor. But this one seems that she's really pushing for that question.
Do you wish it?
At this point, he'll show his maw where his teeth are just blatantly visible as he says the next sentence out of his mouth.
As you said, my lady, favor for favor.
And she says, oh, I can make a favor. I can work a favor. But, if you wish, it shall be very soon. It shall happen quite fast. All you have to do is ask for it. What is it that you most deeply wish for?
I wish for about 15 feet between you and me at all times. No,
Is that in character?
No! Jesus, shit.
As her fingers are rolling over each other, her big widow fingers are like starting to crawl out again. Just kind of hovering over her, basically hovering over his shoulders in a sense. Says, and she just kind of quiets one last time as she smiles, like that movie, like the movie Smile. That's how she's pretty much just smiling at you right now, and then just completely freezes and does not move. It's almost like a statue, completely frozen there with the smile, just looking at you, waiting for an answer.
Oh my god. What are those, the weeping angel type shit, but with a grin?
So everything that this thing is giving off right now is reminding me of Puck from the Disney show Gargoyles. And there's nothing I can say now that's going to get me anything other than a whole lot of shit. So,
As I said, a favor for a favor. Nothing more, nothing less. I look forward to seeing you at tonight's performance, and I also am greatly honored by the affection you have shown me, and I look forward to any interaction between the two of us in the future.
Her grin just grows further. It's almost like the ends of her lips are going to touch her ears, but then they seem to shrink back and says, "Oh, of course, I will. And I look forward to hearing your beautiful, beautiful music at my court. I shall get to work right away. I'm getting you that audience with the elusive queen." And she looks over and looks at the elf and says, Come, let us go about our day. Such a beautiful day. So beautiful music that I like." And she looks back over and says, "I shall be seeing you tonight. I look forward to your beautiful performance." And you see her move, but because she's so elated and happy, it seems like there's an after image of her as she moves. You can't really tell. This kind of plays a trick on your eyes. And then as she talks, it's almost like the way that the old Japanese movies were. She looks like she's off by a bit in her voice, and her lips seem to be moving without the actual synchronization of the voice. And then she just smiles, and you see her elf buddy move with her and start going out of the meridian. Unless you say anything else, they kind of start.
No, I will have kept bowed as she takes her leave right until she gets about there. I'll stand up straight with my hands tied, placed behind my back, and I'll go over to the counter. And as soon as I know that I hear the door close behind her, I will tell Charles,
"I don't care what it costs. I need the strongest drink that you have now."
You see Charles with his ponytail slicked back, and he looks over with his beard all nice and done, and he says, "Oh, of course." And he walks over to the bottom of the counter, picks up a bottle, starts pouring it into a large mug. This one...
I'll snatch the bottle from him.
Oh, it's like, oh, well, there we go. That will do then. And he just like puts the mug back down. Do you require anything else, sir?
Much for the bottle.
So, well, that entire bottle would be 2 gold pieces. Some of the strongest from the Darklands.
I'll drop 3 gold pieces on the counter and take the bottle and get the hell out of here.
All right. And indeed, it is pretty powerful. It's from the Orklands. And you feel, if you do take a big swig of it, you feel the burning of it. And it's not like a burning that's like roasting the skin. It's kind of like a nice burn that warms the stomach and then flowers out to your chest and engulfs your entire body in a nice kind of whiskey style like soak into your brain where you're just like, ooh, that feels nice. Kind of eating away the jitters.
Okay.
That is exactly what they were looking for. So,
all right. And you're stepping outside the meridian?
yes. I might leave time for her to leave first because I'd rather not have another interaction immediately. But
all right. Let's see here. So jumping back.
Jumping back to the fucked up interaction
between Hermes and this lady. Y'all.
He's gonna get to me too much.
Yeah, you can make another dash action by now, trying to time this right. And they're just gonna be walking behind you. So.
They're walking behind you menacingly.
And I'm gonna put y'all kind of over here by this time.
I've got to wait for you to swap it back.
Yep.
Oh, it didn't swap back. What's going on here? Come on.
No, we're still outside the meridian.
Jump!
Help!
You can do it.
Alright.
There you go.
With me.
You don't
Oh
get
my
to
God.
leave.
So, as I had gotten out of range of her cone or whatever, her distance, I'm going to send a message back to Illith saying that random lady is tracking us magically due to something that we all carry. More than likely the curse.
That's what you hear.
That's fucking hilarious.
That's alarming.
And as y'all are walking down the street, since all this was happening, you actually start seeing the tall lady. As her figure is completely kind of like Nobu, above everybody's heads.
I don't like I don't like all of this.
As you hear this from Hermes, and Hermes, by this time you can see Nabu's head and probably the lady's head, and the lady just kind of looks over and sees y'all in the crowd just locking onto y'all. It's like, oh, hello.
Please hug me.
Please hug me. That's great.
I'm hiding behind you. I'm small enough to hide behind you.
And she's
I'm
just
gonna be looking at them, looking at the lady of authority that's slowly walking behind me, and I'm just gonna fucking
Brag, he's before the worst possible thing probably happens. Thori's gonna grab Ziri by the arm and go, Ziri, this is very important. Do not give her your real name. She is Faye. Do not give her your real name.
Nobu, in your head, you hear you too.
and Ziri.
While William.
Uh-huh.
While they're doing that, Zul's going to step forward because he's, like you said, he's at least read or he knows a thing or two by now.
Okay.
He's going to greet her by calling her, what is it? What is that last name?
Thistle.
Miss Thistlemorn.
Yeah, Thistlemorn. And as you are doing that and greeting her, Ziri also replies to Thorag and says,
Oh, of course not. I know about Fae. I am not stupid. Ooh, you never give Fae names.
Is this
But he's
to
not-
scale, by the way?
do what?
Is this area to scale?
It's not all the way to scale. Like if y'all were go about 80% shorter, that would be the scale. But the actual distance is scale. It's just that y'all are big. But the distance itself is
Okay,
scale.
alright, so
yeah.
he is 600 feet away.
Yeah.
roundabout, or 558. Okay.
Yeah.
I need you to get a little bit closer if you want me to get you behind the group. And when I say a little bit, I need you within 90 feet.
Oh, I cannot run that far.
So we'll keep you at that one dash, and then we're gonna finish with
I haven't
Zul.
even dashed yet.
Oh yeah,
I'm
go ahead. You
waiting
can
for
do
you
one.
to get-
Yeah, you can do one dash. But as Zool, she looks over. If you greet her by that name, she's like, looks at you and it's like, oh,
Do we know each other?
and she like snaps down really fast and puts her face nearly to your face and says,
I didn't know. I knew someone.
If you try to roll for a poker face, what do you roll? He's trying to maintain at least a decent straight face.
He's trying to maintain a face. You can roll either a if you're kind of unnerved and for reals, you can do deception to try to keep a straight face, or performance.
Ooh.
I think performance would be more appropriate, but
Please, for the love of all that is holy. 19?
All right, you were able to perform.
All right, let's go.
yo.
He's going to greet her not with his name, because in the book, you don't greet Faye with your real name. He's going to use the name. What is the one I came up with? What is it? Oh yeah, I just put it down as Seth. He didn't give himself a last name. He just named himself Seth.
Okay. Says,
I hear you do favors for favors, though perhaps if you are willing, there are times where you could possibly grant wishes.
oh, really? She really snaps her body close to you, and her spider fingers just kind of like ring around your face.
Elith is gonna feel the snake be like slither off from her wrist and encircle his arm.
She like looks over and says,
Wish. Do you wish? What do you wish? Do you make a wish? Yes? Do you make one? What do you wish for?
This is the first time that y'all will see him be the most. He will actually more or less break his straight face, because what he honestly wishes for, and this is above table for everybody, what he wishes for is for him to have his wife back. That is the one thing in the entire universe that he would love more than anything. Now, granted, she can grant wishes, so he's more or less going to he's breaking character, but not breaking character. Like, he's going to be torn. Like, he really wants to make the wish more than anything. But he knows that it comes at a cost.
Nah, that's very weird.
she has her big old eyes just locked on you.
The wish can. Y'all start seeing him kind of like nervously twitch. That's why he pulled with the snake bag, because the snake's gonna more or less tighten around his arm to try to keep him focused on what he wants. The wish can wait.
He says,
Oh, everyone's waiting on wishes. Of course, of course.
Go ahead.
Running to the crossroads, I'm gonna see that entity. I'm gonna look at you, try to make eye contact with Illith, give a very exaggerated sigh, and almost like I want to give up. I'm gonna look back at the lady and was like, fuck it.
I don't know, what were we fucking...
Is the lady within earshot?
the one that's following you? Not.
Yes.
I don't think she would be. Let me see. She's about 126 feet away, so probably not.
I will step a little bit back so she's within earshot.
Oh.
Because my curiosity is ticking. You said something about something dark happening. And it's ticking. Well, more or less my curiosity. And if you want the rest of my friends, well, they're down there talking to... Before I say anything more, there's going to be a very obvious shudder of just slight terror, slight
Bro sold us out faster than Cedric.
I would rather stand here in the way talking to you than go closer.
To be fair, while Zola's talking to her, everybody else can more or less move around them and continue. Like,
So
he's more talking
so-
to her as a distraction, but also as he wants to ask for a favor.
So we can either talk to the tall bitch or the city guard. Y'all's choice.
My heart of hearts screams city guard, but I honestly think they're worse for us than this bitch.
Yes, Ziri's actually kind of like looking with like awe at the large lady as she keeps walking. She's like waves at it. She does not like pay attention at all to Ziri. Yes, Ziri kind of moves to here. I don't know who's following behind her, but she's like moving there. And Xerxes, you about this time you wait a little while. You come out and you see the crowd, but. If you're paying attention, you unfortunately do see the tallness of the lady. Maybe not, because she's crouching down by the face of Zul right now, but you do see the face of Naboo probably sticking out of the crowd, and then probably would notice the lady crouching down. And you, off in the distance beyond these peppers of different bodies walking down the streets, you would see the group that you originally aligned with in the Meridian or met. You haven't really noticed well, I guess if Hermes is flying, I guess you would notice a little creature flying to the south.
Oh, it's I'm on the ground level.
Okay, never mind. You wouldn't notice anything.
No.
But yeah, Xerxes, you do notice that right there, depending if he wants to go there or wait.
I am waiting on her response.
But as far as her, she's gonna just keep on walking, and she closes in on you as the crowd is moving about and says, "Oh, yes, there they are. Perfect."
Can we not go close to the tall, lanky, whatever that is? That thing is very.
That thing is a citizen of this city.
It doesn't have very well of a very calming aura.
It says, she like just says,
I'm glad that you have decided to change your mind and accompany us to your friends.
I'm going to be questioning her as we walk, whether she wants to answer or not. You said something about a dark force. Dark English. Yip yip. A dark force. Happening.
I said something that there have tensions currently, political and other things happening in the world, and very powerful things that are happening that could be the only ways that could output a divine power to bypass the mists of Hexa. And unfortunately for you and your friends, this is what I wish to find out.
We have had some messages from the divine.
Says, I don't necessarily mean messages from the divine. I mean other darker things that are not a divine. Though they are at the power level of the divine to break through the mist.
as they're walking closer.
Are they? Yeah, I was going to ask. Are they close enough that I can see this yet?
Yes, you start seeing the... and you are familiar with these sentinels. You've seen these sentinels all across the city. They're the ones who keep the law. And you see Hermes walking past you. You see him being not escorted, actually. He's kind of walking by this lady You would have entered through the actual walls of Hexa, through the actual borders. You would have seen this lady. She would have been one of the ones that asked questions, and her helpers ask questions too, but she's the one that oversees them. So you didn't necessarily talk to her, but you would have seen her as being the main person that protects.
This will probably be a huge mistake, but I'm going to try and stop her and be like,
"Excuse me, what are you doing with one of my guards?"
She like thins her eyes at you and says, "Guards." She thins her eyes and says, "I don't believe these are your guards." And she points over to the end of the street and then back at Hermes.
Do not get the information when I got off the ship.
And she looks. Roll me. Oof, that's gonna be interesting. Roll me a deception with a disadvantage.
Can I use a help action?
Ooh, this will be a hard one. Depends on how you're trying to help.
After clearing my throat, I'm like, this Royal is, he did come before us, and we were supposed to meet him here, though our means of getting here kind of got bumpy. And, let's just say some magic crafts aren't, I'm gonna grit my teeth and say comfortable to be around.
She thins her eyes and says, "I do not
as well as holding my neck after the beating we took from the failed teleport."
She lifts an eyebrow. Failed teleport. So somehow it is a teleportation that you got here. I do not sense an essence from you. And she looks over at Xerxes. There is no...
See, that's the question
dark
I have.
essence.
Essence. You're tracking us by essence.
It says, I'm tracking you because you were able to go past the mists of Hexa. So anyone who is able to go past them without going through the borders, we are able to track. But you also have an underlying layer of some essence of magic as well. Usually when there are people
around.
Oh, do what now?
I'm gonna pull my tail around, like, so you're not tracking us through the ominous whatever the fuck that these cursed markings are giving off.
Hermes isn't allowed out alone anymore either.
She looks at the markings and stuff and is like, I know this. And her eyes go silver, and you feel the magic die again.
Do I feel the that sigil kind of more or less powered down?
It does power down, but it's still there. And then her eyes go back to normal. Says,
she's gonna see a visual like relief when I feel it like not physically work, and as soon as she stops, it's almost getting like a twinge of needle.
That is precisely what I think I am feeling, but it's somewhat different from
these are why we are here.
Man, everybody's just giving out all sorts of information.
I know, right?
And she says,
"Hey, I tried."
And what?
I know. I see you.
Says, and how were you able to pass by the mists of Hexa? This is not powerful enough, though I do see that it is lingering. It lingers beyond my ability to sway it from its power. Quite interesting.
If you have a way to get rid of it, that would be fucking generous, and we could all get out of your hair. But sadly, you just said you don't have that ability, so now that's just depressing.
We must learn more, but first I must learn from you and your friends here, your guards, how you were able to surpass the shield of Hexa. The mists. Mists are very powerful. Only by the mist letting certain individuals in. And if it did, then I am quite curious what the mist sees in your guards here.
I mean, fate has a way of choosing its own path.
She looks over at Xerxes.
I would like to apologize on behalf of my insubordinate lackey. He does not know when to keep his mouth shut. But as he stated, the curse that he carries makes it hard for him to travel by traditional means without questions being incurred. So they follow behind.
She says, Alan, I am quite curious to ask questions for you and your guard here and the rest of your guards there. Would you kindly accompany us?
DM, just a quick question. What time is it?
It is now going close to 5. About 5 in the evening now.
That's what I thought. I'm gonna look at Hermes and be like, if this costs me my gig, bets are off. You're toast.
Yeah,
He looks rather hungry.
I'm gonna look at her. He does have a work to do, and I can't pull him away because he's got to make himself a living.
He says,
because I know he's needing to talk to people in wherever that building is.
Unfortunately,
you already said you needed only me and the ones that you are currently tracking. Currently, my employer doesn't need to be involved at the moment.
And she looks down at you, locks her gaze, says,
I'm sorry. I must have given the impression that you were in command here of anything. No, I am in command of the safety of the city and all that cross their borders. Until my questions are asked, all who I deem to be of my curiosity, and until I am alleviated of any concern, shall travel with us to my office.
I am going. How long do you have until your gig?
It's 4 hours.
4 hours? Oh, that should be fine.
as you doing this, though, we're going to jump really fast so I can keep the synchrony. Back to Zool, and as Ziri is walking. I don't know if Thorag is walking behind Ziri or keeping in line, but anyway, yeah, she was there with the wishes waiting, and you asked favor for favor, and she said, oh, okay. So on that point, she's just going to ask, and what favor? What favor would you like?
Do you have limitations on certain favors?
Says, oh, I have some limitations and strengths. All favors do. Let me know what the details are, and I will tell you true.
Sorry. She mental image makes my skin crawl. Oh. Fuck. I was like, if you want to skip over me real quick, because I was still thinking about like the full favor that he was going to ask.
All right, so if he's standing there, what's the rest of everybody else doing?
I want to go home. I want to go back to the cart. I hate this. There's so many people.
Cartoon, no boo, I want to leave.
Phyllis, what are we doing here? Can we go?
Idris.
Nope. I am creating
Unfortunately,
information.
I
Or
don't
trying to
think we
create
can.
information.
Why? It's just right
She's
there.
gonna nod her head over to Hermes.
Okay, I see Hermes, then I see him walk with somebody. Oh god damn, he's bringing another one. This is like
There you
Fina
go.
all over again. This is like Fina all over again. I never thought Hermes would be Fina. This is like Fina. I hate all of this.
As if y'all are waiting there, then Ziri is actually going to keep going unless anybody stops her because she's moving down to here.
Oh, sweet lord. Girly pop, please.
And she, at this time, Hermes, as you are asking questions, you are about right here.
So, you seem like you know a lot of information about this town and how to figure things out.
She keeps walking, and she doesn't say or reply. Unless Xerxes says anything, but she just keeps walking, her face straight ahead. And she starts taking notice to Illis and them as they're moving forward. And I guess I'm going to move y'all together as Hermes starts making his way over there, I guess. And she's going to look over, and then Ziri just kind of looks at Hermes. Says, "Oh, Hermes, hello. We were over here at the bookstore, and we met very big lady over there, and Zul and her are having conversation. And we were going back to the wagon. And at that time, y'all's group over here, as he kind of moved forward, is starting to arrive, and she looks over and is like, "Oh, new friend over there. And we have more friends. Hello, I am here in visiting your
Ziri.
beautiful world."
Ziri. She's not very friendly. She is more of a pain at this point because she doesn't want to answer a question.
You say that?
And Ziri, like as this lady finally closes in, looks over at Ziri, and says, "You shall not be heading anywhere. I heard something about the card. You shall be staying with us." And Ziri's like, "Oh, okay. I was going to read books. Do you like books?" And she just like looks over at her, and as everybody kind of finally gets together, and at that point, we're going to go ahead and end the session right there to see what happens with all these NPCs gathering in one spot next week.
Oh god.
It's gonna be a blast.
I just saw him. I just saw that he was going to be in trouble, and I thought, "Oh God, I kind of need these people. I should help him." But no,
I was trying to
Alright.
get information.
Going to
Let him
stop
die.
Hermes
recording.
paved faster than Cedric.
Oh my god, he did! Oh my god!
Goodbye, everybody. Until next week.
It's
Goodbye.
not like she didn't know where the fuck